Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. We've got flowers. I'm wearing this shirt because I just bought a ranch. And we've got a great show planned for you this evening. April's here.
Hey.
Right off the bat, so it's not going to suck right away. I worry about Restream. And I think there's more of a lag on Restream than there usually is. Either that. Oh, God, you know what? It's Valentine's Day.
I was just going to console you with that.
I was like, our chat did nothing before the show started. And I get that's a privileged, spoiled take to have because there's a lot of people who, you have to start, actually doing something before your chat starts talking to you. But usually we've got like a page and a half of shit to get through by the time the show starts. And then last night, April and I were like, I really don't think we had that big of an audience last night. And then we go and check in and we're like, oh no, that's good. That was pretty good.
It was very good.
I don't know. And then there's now it's picking up. Now this is just pity. I didn't want your pity. Certainly, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, and I was sitting there going, our chat is really doing dog shit before the show starts here. And again, spoiled take, but then I realized, you know what?
It's date night.
It's date night for everybody.
For most people.
So I'm sure Misery Loves Company had their entire full audience because those don't seem like people who
they don't have ladies.
Have anybody. those really seem like lonely, poor bastards. If you find that shit entertaining, you've got to be one lonely son of a bitch. Who would put up with a person who likes that much toxic, negative shit in their lives?
I don't know.
I can't imagine.
Not me.
People who talk about the same thing every day cannot be exciting. But at any rate, we've got a great show for you today. We have so many things to get to. We've got, they had 700 today? That's cute. Between YouTube and Rumble, we had over 800. They'll get there. They'll get there. I think they're going to get there one of these days. I think they're going to switch it up a little bit. I think they're going to have a nice little wave. They're going to pump themselves back up. And I think they're going to get to where we are at some point. I think
They'll try.
We're about less than a month away from passing them. Oh, boy.
What's the magic number?
Oh, boy. I think we're like 400 away.
Okay.
And we started like 6 months ago. Guys, you got to get on that shit.
Let's
You
go.
got to get on this. So look at this. We got some flowers here for Valentine's Day. We got a couple of beers. Shaka's here. We didn't dress Shaka up, but he's already kind of got hearts on his pants.
Yeah, he's
So
wearing
that's
red.
nice. Yeah.
It works.
Shaka's ready for Valentine's Day for sure. So many things to talk about today. Wonderful morning show. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We also put up that Mark Harley, Brendan Schaub clip that we did last night. That's very good. Go check that out. Hit all the like buttons. Hit all the subscribe buttons. Closing in on 9,000. It was 10,000 by Easter. I think now we're trying to do 10,000 by the end of March.
Yes.
I think is probably
close.
more realistic than 10,000 by Easter.
How do we even celebrate that? The big one's 10.
I don't know. Yeah, 10,000's the big one. I don't think you celebrate 9. You celebrate 10. Then we'll celebrate 25 after that one. Then we'll celebrate 50. And then you celebrate 100. We'll let everybody know how it is when we get there. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Might as well jump right into it. The Michigan State thing. You're not going to hear a lot. I'm going to spoil it for you. You're not going to hear a lot about the Michigan State story.
Boy, I can guess why, huh?
I mean, it's like a trifecta or a quadrifecta,
Ooh, really?
if you will, of reasons you won't hear about the Michigan State story. Oh, boy, you know what? Let's change the, boop, there we go. People probably didn't even notice. Black guy, first of all. Convicted criminal.
Okay.
Was let go.
Aye.
Owned the gun illegally. So, broke every law you could possibly break to make this shooting happen. And you're probably not going to get wall-to-wall coverage. Also, there's a lot of people like in the media realm now conceding. They're like, oh, we got more gun control laws. And, we've been raising more awareness and this and that. And mass shootings are still a huge problem and out of control in the United States. It's like, yeah.
Almost like that's not the problem.
It's almost like letting people out of prison on plea deals and no bail and shit like that is, I don't know, a bad thing.
There's a lot of repeat offenders for sure.
Yeah, perhaps maybe a bad thing. Let's start off with Pen 15 Fathead. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. $10 kicking us off tonight. Already at 2:05, the morning show audience remarkably generous. Pro Guns with $5 says plowing snow in a Colorado winter storm instead of putting the screw to my wife, but I got her a Glock 43 for her gift.
Hey, that's pretty great.
Yeah, but now you can't piss her off.
Well, look, if she wanted to kill you, she'd just do it already. I don't like the gun stopping.
You know
her.
what? That's very sweet. That's very sweet.
I think
and
that's
very
a
true.
cool gift.
Yeah. People, no Gutierrez says, no Aaron, focus on the gun. Oh, yeah. Sorry. It was the gun. Oh, shit. But I think he did it with a handgun.
Oh, that does kind of stray from the narrative a little bit.
Yeah.
They don't like to think about the handguns causing problems.
It's all kinds of fucked up. Citizen M says, did Chrissy and Frank turn you? Did you turn on us, Aaron? Citizen M, I'm going to let you know right now. You're too young. You're a little too autistic. You gotta chill out a little bit. No, Frank and Chrissy did not get to me. I don't know what conspiracy theory is out there that Chrissy and Frank send marching orders to people. First of all, they couldn't if they wanted to. As you can see, the title of tonight's episode, I'm sick of Eliza Bleu and Tim Pool. I know that's their bread and butter, and that's been a really great thing for them, and it's been super awesome. That's great. I heard another thing about Tim Pool, and I heard another thing about Eliza Bleu today, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care.
I've been out of the loop.
Oh.
I'm really sick of them,
well,
too.
You know that it's kind of over when you see, like, clickbait titles on videos. Like, one of them today, is Tim Pool being sued over the Eliza Bleu thing? And then it's like, this guy, like, here's what I saw today that made me go, I just don't give a shit. Like the Fandango guy, or whatever his name, Fandango. Not the wrestler Fandango. He's, I guess, suing Tim Pool over something in one of the articles, the Eliza Bleu, I don't know. And I got halfway through it, and I just went, you know what? Try as I may, I don't care. But as far as, like, Chrissy and Frank getting to me, Citizen M, let me set your mind at ease. Nobody has gotten to this program. I know that you despise and hate certain people. I have to tell you, podcast fans, something. Everyone you listen to is full of shit. We're the only people who come and tell you we're full of shit. But no, as far as Chrissy and Frank, look, we're not playing 4D chess. We don't take this job so seriously that we're like, oh, yes, let me get in with this and that and the other. We do a show. Some people happen to really, really like what we do. They happen to think we're very, very funny, and they invite April and myself on shows sometimes. These people have been very nice to us, and we communicate with each other when we want to be booked on, when we want to book the other person on other people's shit. So, again, I'm really sorry that this doesn't kind of line up with everything, but it's not as exciting as I know you want it to be.
In what regard is he asking that question? Like, did they get to you?
I don't.
On what?
Yeah, just everything. Citizen M has been a very anti-Chrissy person for a while. And you know what really annoys me about that? When we had Chrissy on, we asked his questions, and she answered them. Sad Zumach with $5 says, I'm pathetic. Well, Jesus Christ, nobody can argue with that. Oh, my God, you really are just a sad, drunken ball of rage, aren't you? And don't be a ball of rage at me. I mean, I can fuck you up. You got to try to be funny. You can't be an angry ball of rage with me. I'll fucking clock you. I'll crush you.
Well, I'm glad he chose to be with us on Valentine.
Yeah. So, Sad Zumach, like, you're alone on Valentine's Day. You're probably going to drink yourself half to death, and that's fine. I mean, go the whole way if you want to. I mean, nobody's going to care or miss you. It'll be fine. But definitely try harder when you come after me to be funny, because the angry thing doesn't work. You're a back of the hand kind of a guy. You're an angry, beaten kid.
I don't know if you know this or not. That's not really him.
I know.
Right. Okay.
But
That's good.
Just letting him know, if you're going to be very angry and shit, it's not going to work because you're not an intimidating dude. Citizen M says, I'm just fucking around, but Zumach claims the big announcement is a Compound Media collaboration. Ooh, he and about 50% of our audience are guessing that right now.
Right.
We will see. Tomorrow is the announcement. We will see. You guys are in for a big one. Boomana says, I was here for the morning show, then watched past episodes right up until this current evening show, been entertained all day.
Oh, I love hearing that.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, let's, so anyway, the Michigan State thing.
Is that the guy?
This is the guy. So reason number 1, they're not going to talk about it. That. Reason number 2, pistol.
Right, it's not a rifle.
Number 3, carrying it without a permit, so illegally. He would then plead guilty to a misdemeanor, and prosecutors dismissed the initial felony charge that would have made it illegal for him to own a gun. So the prosecutors fucked up by dropping the charges, and then they didn't make him spend much time in jail. He was arrested and charged in June 2019 with carrying a concealed pistol without a concealed carry permit. According to Ingham County court records obtained Tuesday, the initial charge was a felony that carried a potential of 5 years in prison, but they dropped that one and convicted him of a misdemeanor.
I'm sure they had good reason.
Because they don't want to take shit to trial and they just want to clear their cases. So what does this guy do? Gets himself a gun.
Kills some people.
Kills 3 people. Injures, I think 2 more. Just another bang-up job by our prosecutors. I tell you what, just a great... And you know what? It really is the gun law's fault.
It's never the gun laws. And it's never going to be perfect and shit, but letting somebody off the hook that was already an offender does bother me.
Wydat says the Toe and Shuli's network would be the hot move. I think Shuli and this channel kind of have the same... We're in the neighborhood of each other, subscriber-wise. Mm-hmm. The Toe and... You mean like the Toe and Shuli network, like, consolidated? Here's the problem.
Shuli and Toe does kind of sound
That's
good.
really cool, and I love Shuli, and Shuli has been a big Steel Toe supporter, and we appreciate the hell out of it. But I feel like the two of us are both doing very well doing our own things.
I agree. I think everyone's happy.
And I'll go on Shuli's show, and he's more than welcome to come on this show, and I see no reason to form a supergroup. I don't feel the need to start a super group with Shuli. I think he would say, look, I like controlling my thing. I certainly like controlling mine, and we can work together whenever we want.
I think he has plenty going on anyways, like with Bob doing a bunch of shows on his network now.
Yeah. I think those guys are doing just fine, and they do fun shows, man. They just have a great time. Sad Zumok with another $5 says, I can only afford these super chats because I stole your credit card.
Is that what happened to me?
I don't know why, but the credit card thing never stops being funny to me. A guy steals credit cards, it's always funny. You're always a credit card thief, for sure. Clay Combs says, damn, Jesse Lee Peterson got arrested. Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. Go back up. You know what? Not bad for a joke.
From the jokes.
Not bad for a joke. Oh, man, you guys found out that I killed those people? That's amazing.
He's been saying some spicy shit lately. He does not like the Black National
he doesn't?
anthem, by the way. No. Then he released a clip today
They
saying...
April, yesterday I saw that they were playing the Black National Anthem. And I just got to say, Beta! That you don't do that because black people destroy things.
But that's,
Whoa.
I love, Citizen M should watch some Jesse Lee Peterson because he's been getting very mad at Anthony Cumia lately.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I think you're going to find Jesse Lee Peterson has just as, if not more offensive shit to say about black people.
I think Jesse has surpassed Anthony.
Yeah.
It's just that he's a black man, so somehow he's like, he's got the pass to say it.
So I do think that with the Michigan State guy, you're not going to have to worry about him hurting anyone else or getting out of jail anytime soon. Because you see, he blew his fucking head off.
Oh, is he dead, actually?
So I believe we call that a self-cleaning oven.
I didn't know that part.
In the business.
That's good, I guess.
Malevolent Bystander says, holy crap, you got Jim Norton watching you. Malevolent Bystander, I don't mean to break down the fourth wall here, but I don't think it's that Chip Chipperson.
Home run, Chipperson. Go to break.
We honor the great Chip Chipperson here on this program, but I don't believe that is the real Jim Norton.
I'd take him, though.
Would we love to have Jim Norton on the program? Of course we would.
Yes.
Of course we would. But I don't believe that is. That's like that guy who comes in here as Nightwave Radio sometimes as well. And sometimes it's Mersh.
Yeah, there's
other times it's someone pretended to be Mersh. Wildcard says, Aaron, your tits look amazing tonight. Thank you, buddy. That's all I wanted to hear.
They do look good.
That's all I wanted to hear was my tits look good on, I almost said Thanksgiving, on Valentine's Day.
Roger Dodger says April's shirt looks like Christmas wrapping paper. Hot bird all the same.
Yeah, you're a hot bird. It is. It's kind of an old-timey
It's
shirt.
like Mad Men.
And hot bird is kind of an old-timey phrase.
And it matches your shirt because there's brown in it.
You're going full Betty Draper tonight.
I did.
And I'm going, I don't know, ranch hand.
You went Enos Del Mar.
Wait a minute. Don't any of you Google that reference. Leave it
Enos
where
Del
it
Mar.
is.
Look it up.
Enos Del Mar is not a reference any of you need to be looking up.
Jack Twist, then?
No, let's go to the phone.
Blackachoo.
What's up, Blackachoo?
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's
Aw.
Day, you black homo.
Same to you.
Oh, April, you look so beautiful this evening.
Thank you. I'm sure you do, too.
And Aaron,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. You fucking
Aw.
prick.
That's not nice. I like your shirt.
Citizen M says, I respect the Second Amendment, but it should be illegal for Brittany Venti to walk around that stacked. You know, Citizen M, I know she's your next, your new crush. I still have not responded to her manager about a request for an interview.
Hey, you know who else thinks Brittany Venti's hot?
Who's that?
Anthony Cumia.
Oh, Anthony loves Brittany Venti. That's for sure. Clay Combs says, to be honest, I think Aaron and April could work through an Aaron Salvo affair. You know, if I was a homosexual,
Wait.
Salvo pancakes would definitely not be my type.
Well, hold on. So is that guy trying to say that, you know, like if you were getting some dude on the side that we could work through that and keep, you know, doing things?
There's been so many fucking allegations against Salvo pancakes, none of them denied. I can't even keep up with what he's into. I know there's piss. I know there's cuckadry. I know there's cheating.
That's all I knew.
But I can't keep it all straight.
Yeah, but it seems like she's fine with it. Or she wouldn't still be there, right?
Question mark. I don't know if she's still there.
I don't know.
I have no
Does
idea.
she really exist?
I think so. I think she did.
I've never seen
At one
photo
point.
evidence.
Why Dad says, instead of roses on my table, I want April to put tulips on my organ. Oh, now that some people could construe as a Me Too kind of a thing. Jesse P.S. is interviewing Salvo tonight. That could be very interesting. That might be something I have to check. Yeah, I think I might check that one out. I don't think I'd use it because very few of our audience lives on the internet and they don't know who those people are.
I don't like Salvo.
I think that one would be more for me.
Yeah, that'd be insisting upon yourself.
I don't think that would be something that we'd play on the show. I don't think enough people give a shit. Clay says Citizen M is more of a Chrissy Mayer type guy. See, I think so too. I think if you're Chad, if you're Citizen M, if you're all these people who bag on Chrissy that much, Kevin, there's got to be an element of you want to fuck her.
I would like Citizen M to know that Ashton followed me on Instagram.
Uh-oh. Ashton?
Yeah.
Citizen M's not going to be happy. He's going to see that as a betrayal, I think. Uh-oh. Look out.
A betrayal, huh?
Earl Skakel says Jeff Ross is more dangerous to kids than a peanut allergy. I'll be here all week. We got to get Earl Skakel on the show. I keep forgetting to book Earl on the show.
Skakel?
He's a good guy.
All
and
right.
yeah, he's definitely went through the ringer comedy-wise, calling out people like Jeff Ross. I don't know if you know this. Jeff Ross, some wild accusations in the past many years about how close to the age line he likes to play it.
Oh, we're telling it?
Let me put it that way.
Or thumbing it?
I don't know what's true. I don't know what's been confirmed or anything else. I'm not sure. Chris says making girls do stuff with P is beta, Salvo. No, not that Jesse. Jesse P.S. from Pod Awful. Totally different Jesse.
Can you imagine being into pee stuff? Just pissing on yourself?
No, I don't think you piss on yourself.
Somebody else is pissing.
Somebody
though.
pisses on you.
That's gross. No
And-
matter whose piss it is.
Yeah, I don't know how the piss thing works.
I would rather piss on myself than have you piss on me.
Look, you can
Honestly.
you can quote that. You can quote that. I don't know how the piss thing works.
Okay.
There. MSO says, I hear Steel Toe is going to Compound Me. You guys have been guessing that for a good month or so now. So look, all I can tell you is I have no idea.
Look, we got Anthony on our show once.
We had Anthony on our show once.
I was
once.
on.
Obviously, Eric is a fan of the show.
A good friend to you, seemingly.
Friends with Gino, friends with Chrissy.
I've been on Simpcast with Anthony before.
I'll say this. If we're not on Compound Media in the next year, I would definitely say we got fucked up. Or we fucked up.
Yeah, that's our fault.
we making connections and all these people endorsing our show and saying it's really good. If we fuck that up within the next year, if we don't get an invite, I think we probably fucked up.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys are jumping the gun a little bit, but hey, fingers crossed like that.
I'm so excited Gino and Keanu are coming in August.
Yeah, to our anniversary show.
It'll be so fun.
For sure. Let's continue on here. I wanted to check in with this poor girl who works at what looks at a coffee shop. And she works at a coffee shop, and she wanted to make a video. I don't know why this was an important TikTok to make. Her name is Salty Bitters. It's a fun little name.
Ew.
And she works at Starbucks. And she thought it would be very important to let people know while she's working at Starbucks what her pronouns are. And to point out to everyone on TikTok that, hey, it's not hard to get my pronouns. I wear a pronoun pin.
Why? I've heard people talk like this in Target. I'm not kidding.
I think at Starbucks you have to wear 6 pieces of flair. So I think one of those pieces of flair for her is
it's the pin.
The pronoun pin. Yeah. You know, if I saw someone making a video like this and showing off their pin and this and that, I'd be like, could you just make my fucking coffee, please?
I think she should have it embroidered right there in her hat.
Fuck it. Tattoo it on the forehead.
You can't forget it.
Yeah. I mean, after all, it's your identity. It's not like it's going to change next week when you see another fucking TikTok or documentary.
Nope.
I've heard that from many people, that they've had kids, they've had wives whose brains have just been wrecked and rotted to shit because of TikTok. Like they see shit on TikTok and they just become a totally different person and it just wrecks them.
I don't get it. I've been screaming from the rooftops since it existed that TikTok is garbage. Keep the kids off TikTok, all of it.
Yeah.
I used to get so much pushback. So much.
I've never been a big fan of
awful.
TikTok, obviously, because of, what happened with me. I've never been a big fan of the app.
That didn't help, did it?
Yeah, no. It certainly didn't help my view of TikTok.
No.
It was actually, I think, my introduction to TikTok was the radio controversy.
I think same here.
Yeah, it's full of people like this. So I assume if you consume a lot of TikTok content, you just kind of slowly, this becomes normal and your brain just kind of gets warped and reality changes.
You're assimilating.
Yeah, let's give this a shot.
It's just me. Maybe I'm more annoyed about this than I should be.
Hey, look, everybody. What telltale sign does she have that she's probably a wreck?
Ooh, me.
April, go ahead.
Septum piercing.
A septum piercing. Yes. There is no better sign that the answer to, do you have an accompanying mental illness? The answer is yes, than a septum piercing.
Aha, but don't skate past this. She starts with a bit of self-awareness. She's saying maybe she's more annoyed than she should be. So she knows that she's a problem.
But non-binary people with septum piercing, they take that little bit of doubt. You know what they do? Mm-hmm. They hit the gas and run right over it and keep on going.
Damn it.
It's like they saw a basketball in the road and they said, I should stop to make sure a kid can go pick up that basketball. But then in the end, they just floor it and flatten the basketball and keep on driving.
Because why not?
Why the fuck not? Because you got other shit to do. And after all, this is all about you as you try to serve people drinks at a Starbucks.
It's just me. Maybe I'm more annoyed about this than I should be, but it feels like extra disrespectful to misgender somebody when they have a pronoun pin on. Like,
right?
Ooh.
I mean, every time I go somewhere, I'm clearly looking at someone's pronoun pin.
Well, she did put it right over her tits. You should be looking there.
I mean, I always stare at a fat coffee worker's tits to see if they have a pronoun pin on. And if I say he or she, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to avoid this in the future. I'm going to make sure I don't misgender anyone, and I'm very, very careful. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
When I go to any kind of place where I have to go up an order, I'm going to walk up, and they're going to go, good morning, sir. I'll be like, how you doing, fuckface? And they'll go, well, why would you be so rude? I go, no. It's not rudeness. I would rather not misgender you.
You can't gender fuckface.
Fuckface is non-binary.
Turd butt.
Shithead.
Shithead.
Asshole.
Ass face.
Dingleberry. Dick mouth. Ball breath. It's all kinds of names. See,
Titmouse.
if we embrace this non-binary world, guys, you guys are looking at this the wrong way. I play videos like this, and some of you just lose your minds and you go nuts. You're missing out on the opportunities we have here.
Oh, yeah.
The opportunities we have with all this non-binary shit is you can call people anything, and you can say, look, I'm just trying to embrace non-binary culture, and I'm trying to respect your pronouns.
You know what? We're
all
helping.
right, cunt nose.
Well, cunt is female.
That's true. Yeah,
We're
you know
trying
what?
to help here. That's
You're
wrong.
right. You're right. That was me. I gendered my gender non-binary insult.
And now my head hurts.
Taint fucker. There.
That could be either one.
That's non-binary. All right, let's continue on with this giant waste of oxygen.
You know, I know I'm femme presenting. I know I look like a girl, but it's right here. I have a they them their pronoun pin right here, and people.
It's right next to my live, laugh, love, which is right next to my dog mom, which is right next to my stop climate change.
Right next to the Black Lives Matter.
Right next to my Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
Oh, it's right there. My fuck capitalism button and then my Apple button right below the fuck capitalism one because, you know, who doesn't understand irony here?
People still call me a girl. People are still using she, her, and it's like, guys, come on. I'm not asking for much here.
You kind of are. You're asking strangers who are there to get coffee to read every fucking button you're wearing on your chest. And that's my problem with this group of people, is they really don't think they're asking very much. When in reality, we're all saying this relationship the two of us have is about as surface level as it can possibly get.
It's always transactional. Like,
right.
I'm getting coffee, I'm paying you.
Yes.
And, like, watch this happen, too. Like, so people got pins and shit on their tits, their tit area. Now, if we're staring at their tit area trying to read their pins, it turns into, why are you looking at my tits?
You just go
and now
up.
we're just in a bunch of problems.
I'm just going to go to this Starbucks and wait for someone to misgender her. And then I'm going to stand right next to them and go, listen, you fucking bigot. And imagine this is her tit. I'm going to go, her pronouns are right there.
Touch it.
Right on that. It's right there. That's where her pronouns are. Respect them. She is a good person. I just imagine her tits move that much.
Sir, why do you have a stain in your jeans suddenly?
I came because I'm fighting so hard for trans rights that I shot jizz out of my male vagina.
It says cold foam. It's supposed to go on the coffee.
I squirted. All right, fine. I pissed myself.
I'm literally just asking for people to use my pronouns. That's all. Come on, do better. Be respectful. It's not hard to be respectful of people.
How about, the passive aggressiveness of the trans community, too. I'm going to start meeting it with aggressive indifference. Which is just like...
That's what I have already.
Yeah. It's not that difficult to be... Yeah, I know it's not that difficult. Doesn't mean... You know what? It's also not that difficult, per se, for me to wear jeans around the house. I should be able to do that. I'm still going to wear shitty sweatpants with no underwear on. Is it easy to put the jeans on? Of course. Would it require very minimal effort? Yeah, but I want to be comfortable.
Check it out. You and I have been to Starbucks a time or two.
A couple times.
When you order... Do you ever say he, she, them, they, any of that?
No.
No. Okay. And then when you get up to the window to pay, do you say any of those words ever?
I'm realizing now that I only use sir or I don't use ma'am. I only use sir. Like for
occasionally
dudes.
I'll say thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But usually I just say thank you. I don't think you need to say any of that. Just say thank you.
Use words of respect for women. I'm realizing that. It's not intentional. I just don't like... Women get cuntier about that. Like, if you call the wrong woman ma'am, she freaks the fuck out.
Because what? Am I an old bag
My
now?
mom is a ma'am. No. Well, yeah, your mom is a ma'am. You're a cunt.
Call
All right.
me a broad.
Hey, dame, thank you very much for the drink.
You old
Those
hag.
pronouns. Can we try harder, please? You know,
No.
all I'm trying to say here is just...
That looks delicious.
Be respectful of people.
I'll give her this. She can multitask her fucking non-binary tits off.
Yes, she can.
Yeah, she's sitting there lecturing
You're
us.
saying she, though.
Oh. This thing can fucking make a drink while she rants at us about her social pronouns.
Shouldn't that be insulting, too?
Yeah.
But they would rather have that.
Look at this thing make a drink while it rants at me.
It feels really shitty.
I use the same pronouns for you that I do a car.
Talk to it like it's a dog.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Look at this mutt. Telling me.
Disavow.
Showing me how to make a drink.
To have something so clearly dictate what my pronouns are and people still misgender me.
I got to tell you, because you live on the internet, the overwhelming majority of people don't give a fuck about anybody's pronouns. They look at your appearance and they make an educated guess.
You mean the thing we've been doing for hundreds and thousands of years as humans?
It seems to have worked thus far. But
I don't know. That's what I was saying, I think, the other night, maybe like last week on an evening show, is this only came up like a few years ago.
Yeah. Look at this fucking chat.
Suddenly, it's a problem.
Look at this chat going ape shit. Thank you guys very much for contributing to this program. I stopped listening to the shithead because I got distracted with the drink. I know, she made a killer drink.
It looked delicious.
It was effortless.
I want the cream.
Benny Omega says, I second sugar tits. Yeah, Kyle Winters says, call her sugar tits. Malevolent bystander says, sugar tits. I'm bringing it back. See, the audience has unanimously, organically come to a conclusion that she should be called sugar tits, and that many people just saying it randomly can't be wrong.
I like it. You know, if I were working at a Starbucks window and some cute old man called me sugar tits or darlin', I'd be tickled. I don't care what pronouns I usually go by.
And, you don't have to call me darlin'. Darlin'. You never even called me by my name.
Yeah.
Sorry. Euclid Barrett says, I want the cream should be a new April soundbite. Well, if Victor's listening, he can maybe jump on that for you.
It just looked delicious.
Who knows? Citizen M says, I use the same pronouns for them as I do a car. Citizen M says, LMAO, yeah, and I use the same pronouns as a car for April. She, her. That's what her pronouns are. You call your car she, her? Well, I guess some people do that.
I call my truck a she usually.
Really?
I don't have a name for it. I just call her.
I call mine
she's pretty.
I call mine a swinging dick. I say, hey,
it's an all black one.
I'm going to go start that swinging dick. I'll be back in a minute. Aaron, you look great tonight, sugar tits. Thank you, John. It's very, very sweet of you. Oh, yeah, Benny Omega. Drunk Mel Gibson called a cop sugar tits once.
See, I would like that.
When he went on the Jew rant, he called the female officer sugar tits and then said the Jews are responsible for all the wars. Yeah, so he said one offensive thing that night.
Base.
Yeah. By the way, someone wanted to know what Shaka's pronouns are. Mm-hmm. Shaka's pronouns are soft shoe. Look at him. Hey, Lordy, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you bought your woman something real nice. I got to go work a double at my waitering job. Bye, everybody. All right. Thank you, Shaka. Wonderful to see you.
It's always nice to see him.
Yeah, where are we at tonight? 185. Look at that. Already. Oh, my God, I spoke too soon. 180. Away from tonight's goal. Thank you to the ghost of Yule Gibbons says, you didn't read my other $10 super chat. Oh, no. Oh, it says, Happy Valentine's Day. Have a drink on me.
Aww.
Okay, sorry, I missed that one during the last story. The chat moved so goddamn quickly.
Happy Valentine's Day, lovelies.
Oh, thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
Lovelies is non-binary, right?
Lovelies is non-binary. That is actually a good one, for sure. 175 away from tonight. Guys, there's Streamlabs. There's PayPal. If you want to contribute to our show and add another half hour to the end of this program, please do. Go ahead. We appreciate all contributions to this program. Also, like our video. We like to get to 200 on the evening shows. I saw we passed 400 this morning. That's great.
Thank you.
We like to do 200 on the evening shows, and hit that subscribe button because we are getting dangerously close to 9,000 subs, and the road to that's our last roadblock to that road to 10,000. Is getting to 9 first. Christopher says, is Steel Toe going to compound? Sorry if someone already asked. That's been the rumor for weeks now.
I think since we had Anthony on.
Ever since we had Anthony on, people have been saying, oh, they're going to compound, they're going to compound. I'll say this. We are very good friends with everyone there. We like everyone there. Subscribers to it. Fingers crossed in the next year we cross that bridge. And I'll say this. If we get there in the next year, great. If we don't, we must have fucked something up. I told Gino, I said, plant some heroin on Bill Schultz or something.
Oh, my goodness.
Make a little room. Sad Zumak with another $5 says, I can't tell a joke even though I am one. Oh, boy.
I like that one.
Oh, boy. Brian Bulb says, Chad said it on MLC. I think Chad's projecting because he wants that gig.
Everything out of his mouth is projection.
Everything. Remember,
Projectile vomit.
everything Chad shits on someone else for is something that he desperately fucking wanted.
Like
Desperately
a nice
wanted.
stepmother.
Oh, like a nice stepmom. That's why he goes after April. It's just, why didn't my mom stop my stepdad? I can still. That's why, like, if Chad wants to do the tough guy thing, and we end up in a situation where he wants to be a tough guy and he wants to fight, and I kick the living shit out of him, I'm going to feel bad once he's bloodied and his teeth are knocked out and he's on the ground, because I'm going to be like, oh my God, this is probably hearkening back to when he was a child.
I really hope you wouldn't do that.
That's why I'm telling Chad, like, you got to try and be funny, buddy. I've seen your stand-up. I know it's really difficult for you to be funny, but you being angry doesn't work because you look like the most kick-the-shit-out-of-able dude I've ever seen. You know that guy, that kid that I'm training now?
Mm-hmm.
I won't say his name on here.
You can
But
skip that.
he's, I think, 17 or 18 years old. I'm telling you right now, this kid would fucking roll through a Chad Zumach like a hot knife through butter. I mean, he might kill him. And I handle that guy no problem in training. And I'm not that guy. I've only had 2 fights. So if I were Chad, I'd ease up on the anger, because I don't think anybody's intimidated by that guy. As far as comedy goes, he might even have more work to do. So
I think it's a new fight between, is Gringo Poppy the worst, or is Chad Zumach's stand-up the worst, or is Roseanne Barr's new special going to be worse?
Gringo Poppy and Roseanne
They're
are
all
better
gonna
than
be-
Chad's special for sure. But I
They're
would
all
say
pretty bad.
Gringo Poppy is pretty fucking bad. I mean, that's pretty bad. Marquis says, can we have a T-shirt with just April's face on it that caption says America's stepmother?
I believe it was Alex Stein coined that.
That's right, he did.
He did.
America's stepmom. That would be good. You say April looks like his mom. What if Aaron looks like his stepdad? Oh, yeah, that'd be really bad.
That'd be freaky, actually.
Ooh, boy.
Can somebody find this?
Wouldn't even feel good to fuck him up because he's just such a fat, angry blob.
I'll say it again. I really hope you wouldn't be into something like that.
No, like if it was an organized bout of some sort.
I'm not even into that.
You'd just feel bad. Like you'd want to help him up, and then you'd realize like he's just a piece of shit. He'd probably say something dumb, and then you just fucking hit him again, and you're like, oh, that poor retard that I just nearly bludgeoned to death. Let me help him up. And be like, you're a cock, and bam! Like, oh shit, I killed him. Oh no, you guys heard him. He's just the most obnoxious, unfunny, uncharming human being who's ever lived.
Now you have to live with that.
Now I have to live with that the rest of my life. And now technically he wins.
You didn't even end like a worthy partner.
No.
That can't feel good.
I didn't even kill a man worth killing.
That's what I'm saying. Like that wouldn't be worth it. Don't touch that man.
Damn it. I mean, I guess I'll take the same policy that every woman on earth takes with him. Don't touch that man. All right. Marquise is threatening in the chat as well. That's what a wonderful portion of the show we've reached today. All right. Let's watch this video. I think this is a great example of maybe the problems we have in our legal system with letting people out of prison before they're ready. This man was let out of jail, which he's been in and out of since he was 19 years old.
So dad's at home.
Look, he just got out of jail,
mm-hmm.
and he's talking about the amount of people he's killed. He was in jail for killing people during a robbery.
When did we start letting murderers out so quickly?
He's out. He's, I think, 53 now, so he did like 34 years in jail. And now he's out, and he's giving an interview with somebody about, his life. And if you're in prison for 34 years because you murdered somebody, you've probably learned something, you've wised up, you're free now, and you probably go, I regret that. You're like Morgan Freeman in Shawshank.
Sure. Yep.
Let's take a listen
to
2023 Morgan Freeman in Shawshank.
Killer is released from prison and says he'll kill again.
I got 17 years in. I got 2 bodies, 6 in Supermax. Right? I did 17 years. I did 12 up top. In Minnesota, I did 5.
Great. It's wonderful to know that he was here.
That makes me feel so
really
good.
nice. Probably in Stillwater. That's great.
I'm down here, but I did 6 years in Supermax.
What was the circumstances of you killing them?
Shit, I just robbed some motherfuckers and killed their ass.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, when you put it like that, how can you argue with the guy?
Can we at least have some reason?
Nah.
a virtuous, righteous killing?
He did have a reason. He robbed some motherfuckers and he killed their ass.
Okay, what did he rob them over? What was it?
Less than $50 and a cell phone, 19 years ago, that was a lot.
Some smokes.
Yeah, some smokes.
How old were you when it happened?
19. Them are the bodies they know about. So I got caught for 2 murders.
I got caught for 2 murders. They dropped one. Those are just the ones they know about.
Somebody tell this man to stop talking. We don't need to talk about that.
He doesn't look like the type who has legal representation on retainer. I think
he's never actually had his own lawyer. It's always been court appointed.
I think this is a public defender kind of a guy.
Dropped one. I had 2 murders, home invasion, 3 armed robberies, possessed the firearm.
And a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of parole, my PO gave to me orders to stay drug-free.
There you go.
I don't think he's following. That beanie on, does that mean he converted to Islam while in prison? Hopefully, if he kills again, it's only infidels.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
Why did you choose to not just rob him? Why'd you also kill him?
Shit, I don't know. I'm a killer. Shit.
I don't know. I'm just I'ma kill them shit.
Do you ever wish you had a complete lack of any kind of brain cells?
No.
Just so you could live guilt-free like this guy?
I don't want to live like this. This is how zombies live.
It's
People with the zombie virus live this way.
Ignorance is bliss.
Right? I guess so.
Well, I mean, when you look back on that at 53,
Yeah.
do you feel any regret for killing
Hell
those?
no, because I'll kill again. Hell.
That's like setting the ball up on a tee, and not only do you swing and miss, but you spin around, fall on your ass, and your pants fall down.
And you have a boo-boo on your cheek.
Jesus. Do you feel any remorse? Nah, I'll kill again, motherfucker.
I'll kill again.
For killing
Hell
those?
no, because I'll kill again. Hell no. Hell no.
Were the people that you killed, were they innocent or were they just...
Shit,
Shit.
One was a Caucasian, so fuck them.
You better stay out of our neighborhood.
I mean, look.
Oh,
You
man.
can't fault the guy for honesty, can you?
No. This guy might never lie to you.
No. Hey, what do you think of me? You're a Caucasian. I'll fucking kill you. It's like, I'm going to go ahead and leave town.
He'll just go the other way.
I don't think this guy's bluffing.
I'd be almost worried if I was the guy filming him saying that because he might kill you just to get that footage.
You think he's zooming out? He's actually physically backing away.
There's a chance, yeah.
And the other one, shit, he had robbed my boy, so I had to come get him.
And you say that you've actually got more bodies, but that's just the 2 that they know about.
Right. And I got some more coming.
I got some more coming. Stay tuned for the sequel. Because I'm dropping new bodies next Tuesday.
Sir, do you realize if you get the same sentence on repeat that you're dead now?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get out the next time?
Catch my next murders dropping next Tuesday on my SoundCloud, motherfucker.
I hope it's worth it.
This country built on killing.
Fair.
So I ain't no different than the police. Excuse me, the holies. They can kill.
Police. So you don't call them the police. He doesn't respect them. You could have guessed that. They're the holies.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah.
They can kill. They've been picking us off. They killed that girl. They get away with it, so why I can't do it? I fucked up.
Because you have zero authority?
You gotta love his reasoning, right?
Look, I can see his point, but I raise you lack of power.
Get my time, and if I fuck up again, they probably give me the death penalty because I'm gonna burn somebody again when I get out these questions. If I'm pissed off, that's just the bottom line. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. And then what I like to do, I don't need no gun.
He's agitated now. I would be seriously afraid.
I feel like the cameraman for this should be booked as an accessory to murder.
Or he's the one getting murdered.
He might die. But I honestly believe that maybe that guy should perhaps back away slowly and also apologize to anyone's family who comes across this guy in the next, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes.
Just walk around spray painting the sidewalks. No shoot zone. No shoot zone.
Someone in the chat just said, what a wonderful way to celebrate Black History Month. You pieces of shit.
Get all bitchy and wild.
He's getting real cunty. He's ready to go out there and kill. This Delfino writes, this upwardly mobile gentleman. They're asking if he was in Michigan yesterday.
Oh, no. Oh, he didn't live long.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Joe the Toe says, Aaron, let's roll up on Kevin Brennan and press him in person. I don't dislike Kevin. I just like busting his balls. I like making fun of Kevin because people have this weird thing with Kevin, like, oh, look out for Kevin. He's a whiny washwoman. You shouldn't be afraid of Kevin Brennan. He's bitchy and he gets bitchy and wild.
Yes, always.
Kevin does. So I don't have any disdain or hatred or malice or dislike in my heart for Kevin Brennan. I think Kevin's kind of silly, honestly. I don't see Kevin as this like big scary guy. Like Kevin's the kind of guy, like you see it with Gino when he saw him that one time. If he's in person, you can poke him right in the belly and go, hoo-hoo. Like he's not going to roll up on you, you know? Kevin's just an old angry man who likes to talk shit about people, and then those people talk shit back about him, and that's part of the fun. That's why both of our audiences are growing.
It's his shtick.
Everybody talks shit about each other. Chad's the only one who doesn't get that this is all just goofing on people. Let's go to Trucker 18-wheeler. He says, oh, God, no, I'm not playing. That's a little too on the nose. I can't.
Oh, no.
No. I can't play that one.
Stay away from that.
Flex says Kevin just wants his $8. Yeah, I've been seeing on Twitter that people are mad about Kevin, or they're mad at Kevin for something about $5. I don't know what.
$5 whole.
Something about $8 or $5 or something. Captain January with $5 says, glad to see Ranch is catching on. Also, let Gordy back in. Oh.
Cam, for a second, I'm like, where is he?
I didn't leave Gordy out today. I promise. Thank you guys. 165 away from tonight. Although there is one other person I have to thank. Patricia with $10. Thank you very much. 155 away from where we're not even at the halfway point. Holy shit, you guys. Thank you very much. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal if you want to contribute to the program. That sad Zumak account, man. That guy's really funny. What did he say? I'm a loser.
Just the simplest shit.
It's just so on the nose. It's just so perfect. Your shirt is bitchin' tonight, April, says Freaky D.
I like that. I've seen a lot of mixed comments on it.
Oh, yeah?
I like it. I've had this shirt for like a year and a half now. This is the first day I've been confident enough to wear it. Do
you remember those girls we talked about? I think it was on Friday's show that one of them was spraying the other one with like paint and painting their face black.
Oh, the blackface chick.
Yeah, school girls blackface.
It's February. It's Black History Month. Go to your room.
Yeah, here, we'll play it for you guys again. But she did this. We have an update on this story, and I'll be honest, I don't think you're going to be surprised by the update. April, would you like to guess what the update is?
Expelled.
Let's find out.
Girl! You know your roots! It's February!
Your mom is never letting anyone in.
You're nothing but a slave.
By the way, I'm confused. Was this a black girl that she did this to?
No, that was a white chick. These were all white chicks. There'd be no reason to spray your face.
I suppose.
And after this, you're doing my laundry. Nothing but a slave.
Yeah, after this, you're doing my laundry. So anyway.
She's good at handling cotton.
Yeah, there's an update to the story. First of all, who films that?
Dumb kids.
God, kids are dumb. Just filming shit like that. Just putting it up and then posting it somewhere. Putting it up and posting it somewhere where the entire world can see it.
Probably should stop that.
Unbelievable. You know, people are like, oh, so you're forgiving the racist thing? I forgive just about anything dumb teenagers do. You know, because
I don't go that far.
I know the dumb shit I did as a teenager.
I did a lot of really dumb shit. I never did that.
I don't want it recorded and released on Twitter.
Here's the thing. Pretend somebody's always watching you because it's probably true.
Nowadays, yeah. But it's like, I kind of take these animals as they are. These fucking teenagers when they do wild shit. And I'm like, look, they were just being naughty. They were trying to get away with some shit. I'm sure they'll look back on this someday and go, God, we were so stupid. But
I hope they're doing that today.
Yeah, but they film it and then they release it. And it's like, what is the school supposed to do? The school sees that. They have to do something.
You're not going to school there anymore.
You're going to have walkouts if the school doesn't do something about it. So the update on that. And mods, let's get on those held for review messages, please. I'm going to start grabbing some new mods, I think, because the show's getting bigger, and the mods we have now are a little. The last day or two have been a little slow on the clicking that show button.
There's
people in the chat.
Again, I've had several people send me things on how to turn that off.
I'm going to try to figure it out for you guys.
You have to.
So the student's responsible for a racist video, which surfaced on social media earlier this month, showing one girl spray painting another girl's face black while making racist comments, are no longer enrolled at the school. They will not be going to that school anymore, which might be good for them, I think.
Yes, I think they need some new friends.
The young women who are responsible for this situation have been identified, and they are no longer members of this school community, said St. Hubert Catholic High School for Girls, wrote in a public statement published Saturday. The decision was made following an investigation into the incident, according to the statement. In the video, well, you saw the video, know your roots. There was a funny part in that video, though, that did make me laugh. She goes, know your roots, and then paused and went, it's February!
Do you know what month it is?
That did kind of make me laugh.
Do you know what this means?
It's shitty. You shouldn't do it. Wheat Diff says they now work at Compound Media.
Oh, no. Anthony, scoop him up.
Oh, what yeah, I mean, I guess, you just, you see a high-profile person, they're only viral for a while, right?
Get them while they're hot.
Yeah, you got to grab them while you can, I suppose, if you want to, make hay while the sun is shining, as they say. Turtle says, looks like the local strip club got a couple new Tuesday afternoon girls.
Oh, no.
I don't know if they're old enough. That seems...
Check it out, though. A Catholic all-girls school, right? And everyone would hear that at first and be like, oh, this is going to teach them good morals and they're going to be upstanding citizens. I don't think so. It is interesting to me that when you throw people in an ultra-religious setting,
they get really
they lash
shitty.
out more.
Yeah. Well, you notice it more, too, because they're supposed to be... Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do something bad, it sticks out more. Yep. Zero Dark Tony, good to see him. He says, that's where my mom went to school. Did she spray paint other girls' faces black? Is this a tradition?
Is it a rite of passage?
Yeah, is that something you have to do at that school? That's like the hazing ritual? It's February!
The one virgin you sacrifice her is a black chick now.
Yes. Oh, man. Sad Zoom. Okay, before we switch to our next story, Sad Zumok with another one. He goes, I have no furniture.
You have a futon.
You have a futon, buddy.
Calm down.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Jesus. Whether you're on YouTube or Rumble, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're 20 or 30 subs away from hitting 9,000. And make sure you check out the clips on the channel as well. Yeah, we're about 20 away. Holy shit. We are jumping up there from 9,000. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
All right. And 155. Away from tonight's goal. You guys have been kicking ass there, too. Thank you very much.
Yes.
155 away. If you feel like contributing to our program, there's Streamlabs, there's PayPal. If you want to become a VIP, new listeners have been asking about the VIP thing. Here's how it works. $250 in a 7-day period gets you all 3 of our T-shirts, 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, the steel toe hoodie, free entry into a $100 drawing every single month, 2 tickets to every live event we do, including our anniversary party, which is coming up August 12th with Gino and Keanu and Corey and Johnny and April and myself. And also, when we have new merch come out, you get to claim a free copy delivered right to you for yourself. That's the Steel Toe VIP concept. Hey, what's wrong with HooTube?
I checked it out, too. He's good to go. There's some other guy in the chat tonight I was waiting to ban.
Oh, okay. Well, I trust Balls Deep's judgment. I really
you should.
do.
Yep.
I trust Balls Deep's judgment. He's a good guy. Bane Koof says, are you reporting on Arizona toxic gas? It's on purpose. Uh-oh. Thanks for the $10, but...
Another train derailment?
Dude, I haven't even caught on to the, what do you call it? The Texas one yet. Corey and I were going to talk about the Texas one tomorrow.
God, isn't it kind of just scary how all of that's happening right now?
Arizona.
There's been a couple weird flight things, too.
Fuel line. Oh, no, I did see something about this. I thought it started in Nevada, but I could be wrong. Fuel lines from Los Angeles to Vegas, Phoenix resume operations after being shut down by a leak. Yeah, I just heard that the emergency was over and that everyone's safe to go back. I don't know. If I get more furniture, I'm just going to jizz on it again, said Sad Sumak.
And then you'll have to pay to have it cleaned.
Oh, he doesn't have any money to get it cleaned. What are you talking about?
Well, you can always have money when you steal it.
That's true. That's a great point.
It's never ending.
Chip Chipperson says, distraction. How about that traction?
Hold on, Jefferson. Go to break.
What if Jim Norton was losing his mind and he just said, this is how I'm going to spend my nights?
If this is him, I would be so humbled, honestly, to find out that was him.
Very happy if that crazy piece of shit was watching this program. Alas, it's not to be. Here you go, guys. This will cheer you up. All this talk about toxic gases and girls getting kicked out of school and all this other shit. We have a correction that needs to be made. After, I don't know, man, years of throwing around a certain word that is hurtful to a lot of people, offensive to a lot of people, and I think has been causing too much pain for too long of a time. Hopefully, this can fix it. Researchers call for the term fitness to be banned because it's ableist.
Stop this madness.
You no longer, some researchers, now look, not all of them. Probably not even a majority. And
some probably means 3.
I think if you do a show, I think it's important to tell your audience that when you talk about these things, because we talk about them just for fodder to talk about on a show.
Mm-hmm.
But people hear it from the show and they go, I'm all riled up and I'm angry at these people. These are probably a couple of dipshits in lab coats that I'd be like, well, that's kind of mean, you know. Whereas 98% of the rest of researchers are like, would you shut the fuck up?
I'd wager a guess they're all fat, too.
They're probably either all fat or they have fat spouses.
They look like the fat scientist guy from Jurassic Park.
Oh,
got
Wayne
eaten
Knight.
by the,
yeah.
You know.
Researchers have called for terms such as fitness to be revised as part of a crackdown on harmful terminology in science. You know, what we do with health is kind of the same thing we do with schools when you think about it. Like in schools, when kids couldn't pass the test anymore back in the late 90s and early 2000s, you know what we did?
Lowered the test standards.
We lowered the test standards.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Those same kids still can't fucking read.
But they can pass a test.
But they can go to college now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's shown.
Broke.
Yeah. So same thing's kind of happening with fitness. We've gotten to like, what is it? Isn't it like a 40% obesity rate in this country?
It's really close to 40.
40% obesity rate. And instead of going like, hey, we need to knuckle down and eat better, we need to really buckle down and we need to, exercise more. Instead, we just go, I have an idea. How about we just excuse people for being really fat and out of shape and overweight, and we just raise the standards again. Or lower, depending on how you see it.
Because that's scientific. You see,
yes.
With science, your feelings kind of don't matter.
They shouldn't. They certainly shouldn't.
But now with like healthcare and shit too, people can walk in, like fat fucks can walk in with a little card that says, don't weigh me. Or I prefer not to be weighed. And some people will abide by that.
Yeah. Gordy says, during his interview, Brendan Fraser requested that Howard Stern not use the term fat. Oh, Christ. Yeah, and then just over time, maybe, I don't know, maybe these people do just beat you down and wear you down, and maybe they sit on you, I don't know, until you go, fine, I won't use the fucking term, who gives it, that's what happens, you just get annoyed and you go, doesn't matter to me, I don't give a shit, change it, and then you turn around one day and you've done that enough times where you're like, oh shit, we kind of gave up all standards and now we're all just big, fat, gross slobs who can't call anybody out for being big, fat, gross
and check
slobs.
It out. You're all dying at 32.
Yeah. Well, like Jesus. Jesus died at age 33. That's 32 shots from twin Glocks at 16 apiece. That's 32, which means one of my guns was holding 17. 27 hit your crew. 6 went into you. Everybody got to die sometime. Hope your funeral never gets shot up. Bullets tear through the innocent. Nothing is fair. Just roll up, shooting from wheelchairs. My heart is racing, tasting revenge in the air. I've let this shit slide for too many years, too many times. Now I'm strapped with a couple of Macs, too many 9s. If y'all is really with me, get busy, load up your semis, do more than just hold it. Explode the clip until you empty. Sorry.
No, you're not.
I only did that for Marquise.
You really do have like a relationship forming there.
I only did that for Marquise.
Aaron goes to bed hoping Marquise is pleased with him.
I really, if Marquise has been entertained by the program, I feel good. The King of Kush says, I'm so embarrassed. No. You don't have to be embarrassed.
So, what about me?
You're not allowed to be embarrassed. If I'm not embarrassed, you can't be embarrassed. It's not allowed. Steel toe flow be nice. Of course it is. Of course it is. 33 master builders number. I don't know. Okay, now we're getting autistic.
Yeah, that got weird.
The team of experts from the U.S. and Canada said the word fitness is vague and ableist. But again, I go back to what the late Justice Antonin Scalia said about porn.
Mm-hmm.
He once said, I know it when I see it.
Yes.
And that's kind of how I feel about fitness. You look at someone and you go, oh, they're fit. Or you look at somebody and you go, it's a slob. You know?
That's how it's always been. That's like with all these new problems and stuff. We've never had them before. Now suddenly people have things they want to nitpick over, and their pronouns are, oh, well, what if I'm almost fit, but if you say fitness and I don't quite fall in there, now you're being ableist against me and all these things. And how about the fact that word hurts you so much because you're not there?
Right.
And a little bit of shame might go a long ways and help you get there.
How about the nerve of the fact that, look, man, the people who are complaining about that word aren't even fucking close to it, so why are you even worried about it?
It's never fit people.
Nobody who's this close to being in shape goes, I really wish people would stop using the word fitness because it really upsets me. It's always someone who's 420 pounds. They're like, that's really ableist and it makes me feel bad. Motherfucker, you could lose 150 pounds. We still wouldn't be talking about you.
Do you know what Aaron and I do on days where we feel like fat slobs?
Don't break the law now.
We sit around, we grab our haunches, and we look at each other and say, I'm a fat fucking slob today, and we shame each other.
That is something that's been done from time to time.
Then we'll stop eating junk food for the day, fingers crossed. We'll go to the gym, and hopefully tomorrow's going to be better. And if more people would do that,
Shame goes a long way, is what you're saying.
Shame goes a really long way, but instead of shaming ourselves or shaming each other so that we can be better, we've just kind of amended the rules.
Brandon Can't Lose with $10 says, your Shannon Sharp and Eddie from Barbershop impressions were dead on and hilarious. You know what? I'm glad that somebody appreciates a good Eddie from Barbershop impression.
Black people need to stop lying about 3 things. Number 1, OJ did it. Number 2, Rodney King deserved to get his ass beat for being grown in a Hyundai. And number 3, Rosa Parks ain't do nothing but sit her black ass down.
There. My Eddie. And then if you lighten that up a little bit, you've got Shannon Sharp.
Okay.
Now listen, Skip.
Skip.
Now I'm going to tell you the truth. All right? That was not a hole, Skip. And that decided the Super Bowl. No, Skip, but it did. Skip, let me finish, Skip, because it did. That hell decided the Super Bowl. See, now you start turning into Eddie. There wasn't no hold on that play. That young man did not hold that receiver. Mahomes missed the pass, and the NFL is fixed, and they rigged it for him.
You're shape-shifting.
Sorry. I apologize. If Eddie was real, he'd be like the black Alex Jones.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm out of breath. You know what? I'm clearly not fit.
I do worry about you and your impressions.
The impressions may indeed end up killing me someday. But you know what I say?
Pick a good one.
April, you know what I say? Fucking worth it.
It was just your time to
go.
It
was just, you know what? God needed a prince, and he called me home.
Says the man who does not believe in a God.
What I'd like you to do when I die is I would like you to give a speech at my funeral that says, behold, a prince and a great man has passed this day. If you could.
Will
Practice
that
it
be in the
mean
will?
I'll write it down for you somewhere.
Okay.
Travis Ramsey says, he does these impressions. You'd think it's the real person. There was one other person I wanted to get to there. Marquise says, Aaron's an N wearing white face. I'm convinced. Pretty fucking, you got to admit.
You might be.
Pretty good Eddie.
Buys a lot of white makeup.
They're saying my Eddie sounds a little like Dusty Rhodes smoking cigarettes. Where you see, baby? I'm getting a haircut at Calvin's Barbershop, baby, because that's where the American dream likes to go to get my ears lowered, baby. So, the American dream sits down here with Eddie the Barber, baby. That's right, Dusty Rhodes, greatest wrestler in the history of the business. Ric Flair, nothing but a blonde hair poser. Hulk Hogan is a big old bodybuilder who don't even do no wrestling moves. The American dream, Dusty Rhodes, the best wrestler in the world. Next to Junkyard Dog. Oh, man. $20 from AKA Wheels.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you, buddy. 130 away from tonight's goal. You guys are just chipping away, man.
Brian Bulb interested. He says, what? Aaron is an atheist?
No, he says no good. Aaron's an atheist. Aaron's kind of nothing.
Yeah. Bullshit. You spent how many years on radios talking about it?
I was being a cunt.
That's it?
Yeah. Because everybody's obsessed with labels. You got to be something, like, oh, are you an atheist? And to me, for a while there, it was either you're religious or you're an atheist. And I go, well, I'm not religious, so naturally I'm not.
I try to be a good person.
I feel I try to be as Christ would be. So I go over to Jewish banks and I flip over tables and I wreck the place. That's what Jesus did. He went into the temples and he started fucking around and throwing money, traders shit, and all that stuff.
I think Aaron's biggest problem with religion is that people are hypocritical with their religion or they don't follow the rules of the good book. Isn't that it?
Right. I don't think you can be a Christian and then go, yeah, gays are totally fine. I mean, not according to your God, they're not.
I get it though, because while it says like all really negative things about gayness, obviously, like that's putting it very lightly.
Yeah.
There's also things like, you shall love your neighbor and it's not your place to judge others and love your neighbors yourself.
You guys kind of
so but then, it is kind of like, okay, so am I supposed to hate them or do I love them and you judge them?
Yeah, but then
Which
you go,
one is it?
you guys are like, oh, you should love your neighbor. And they're like, if your neighbor's gay, you should kill him. I don't know. Bill Maher had a great joke Bill Maher had a great joke back in the day where he was talking about Leviticus and it says, if a man lies with a goat as he does a woman, then he shall be put to death as well as the goat. This may actually be a Ricky Gervais joke. I'm not sure. And they go, wait a minute.
Okay.
The goat too? What did the goat do? The goat didn't do anything wrong.
I'll tell you what the goat did. The goat is tainted now. Like he's been sexually assaulted, so he's dirty.
He's tarnished. That's true.
He's a tarnished goat.
That's a dirty, tainted goat.
Plus, he has cloven hooves, so he has to go. He's hellish.
Dario Delfino says, I love when Aaron becomes son of Cornette. Well, listen to me, Dario Delfino, or whatever your goddamn name is. I don't really give a rat's ass. But let me tell you something, Dario. You're going to keep talking like that about my father, James E. Cornette, and you're exposing the goddamn business. And let me tell you something else. Vince Russo is a skinny pencil neck piece of shit, and I'll snap that man in half. I'm Jim Cornette, and that's my opinion.
And I now have high blood pressure.
Eddie S. says, Aaron's a closeted Muslim.
Uh-oh. That might end in divorce then.
You wish you knew. You wish you knew.
You'd kill me if I asked for a divorce, wouldn't you? If you were a Muslim?
Yeah, there would have to be an honor killing, right?
That would not end well.
Sad Zumok with $5 says, I clogged my toilet, so I pooped in the sink. Now my sink is clogged. Any ideas? Well, sounds like it's just about the end of the road for you, buddy.
Guess what? It's waffle stomping time.
There is one solution that would solve all the problems you have in your life, but I'd have to be on Rumble to give it to you. There you go. To be fair, Leviticus was a closet case who wrote his shit on shrooms. Well, don't shrooms usually make people less wanting to kill people?
I did see a funny comment where it said that April's too fit for Aaron to be black. And I was sad that got skipped.
I missed it. I did miss that one. Oh.
I missed who it was, but that was pretty good.
CVJ says, Aaron is America's funniest Mormon. Well, I don't really divulge that part of my life, but thank you for outing me. I try to keep my faith private. I appreciate that. All right, guys, you guys are being very awesome tonight. We're only 125 away and halfway through the show. We appreciate that. There's all the PayPal and the Streamlabs if you want to chip in. Thank you all very much, and let's knock out the rest of that and do an extra half hour today. I think we're done with the woke researcher wanting to get rid of fitness thing. It's just a silly little deal.
It's gay.
I got more news for you guys. You know how they told us that the inflation was transitory and all those price increases were temporary and we didn't have anything to worry about? Mm-hmm. Well, anyone who goes and buys food, actually, April and I were talking about this today. We were talking about how, every family sets a budget. And you want to reach that budget because it helps you save for things like vacations and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
We haven't changed our budget since all that inflation and everything happened. And we were sitting there today going like, I remember the budget we used to set for ourselves for things like groceries and recreation and taking the kids places. We used to not only like hit that, but we used to stay under it pretty regularly.
Almost weekly.
Yeah. And then in the last year, it's like, holy shit, it's fucking impossible. It's really remarkable.
Because there's on times like when we're going over the budget and you're like, we got to stop living like such kings. And I'm going over the week to myself. I'm like, we didn't really do anything though. And I didn't buy anything lavish.
Honestly, here's what we came to. We're like, you know how we can cut back and like not live like kings, quote unquote?
Stop buying eggs.
After we go to, yeah, right, exactly.
No more bacon.
After going to the gym, this is what we came up with. This is how bad like grocery prices are and everything. After the gym, we don't have to go to Byerly's and buy an 8-ounce deli item because we did the math and we were like, fucking A. All this shit has gotten so expensive that just those 2 little 8-ounce deli items, you multiply that by like 4 times a week and you're like, holy shit, that is remarkably unnecessary.
Because one of those little 8-ounce like tins of a nice salad, even if it's like not something unhealthy,
like
it'll be
$6.
like $5 to $6.
Yeah, and then you get 2 of those.
Yeah, but when you're getting it, you're like, oh, $5-6, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
But then when you do it, multiple times a week, that shit adds up quick.
Kyle says, killing the middle class is wealth. It's the plan. I agree with you. I think these people who are in power now they've been trying for a long time, and now they're finally trying to put the screws to the middle class to kill it, essentially. And so it's only poors and rich, and then they can get all the poor people to team up against the rich people. You'll knock them down, and then you'll get the communist world that you want. Oh, it'll be fucking terrible. It'll be really, really bad if people don't smarten up soon. And look, I'm not saying that Republicans are the answer, because fuck Republicans too.
No.
But if people don't do something different very soon, you're not going to be able to turn back the hands of time. I mean, in my opinion, the plague that we saw had something to do with how good the economy was and how well things were doing, and it slowed and shut down that entire economy because middle-class people were starting to get better. Their investments were looking good.
Really
Their
good.
wages were going up. Everything was cheaper. And then all of a sudden, here comes the
gas prices. Do you remember those?
Yeah. Here comes the sickness. Then all of a sudden, it's printing money, inflation, the whole deal. It's just, ugh.
God,
It's
that
fucking
is
brutal, man.
fucking depressing to think about.
Yeah. How did we get there? Oh, yeah. Inflation went up in January. It went up 6.4%. But here's how, really alarming that is. Remember last January when inflation went up from the January before and it was record-breaking inflation?
Mm-hmm.
That 6.4% in January is up 6.4% from last January. So it's up from there. That's super fucked up.
Can you imagine if you were struggling before the pandemic hit? You can't make it now.
You're getting buried. I think a lot of these people, we've seen the articles and stuff, people are just burying themselves in credit card debt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. People are just burying themselves in credit card debt.
There's nothing else to do.
It's fucking brutal, man. But
and what do you got to do? Hope that you make it through the next 2 years and hope and pray that people vote for something else.
It really isn't it. It's like
they won't.
You have to do a rope-a-dope.
It's not going to happen though. Nobody ever sees that they're part of the problem. They keep voting for the same fucking people who promise them the world, and then the world never comes.
Yeah, DeSantis down in Florida today signed a bill into law. And people are like, oh, you tinfoil hat wearer, you crazy person, whatever. But he's kind of heading this off at the pass. He's like, your banking and your money and all this stuff and your ability to get a loan cannot be influenced by any kind of present or future social credit score.
Okay, good.
And so Florida's going to end up in 50 years, maybe 20, who knows, being like a breakaway republic. It's just going to be can we saw ourselves into the ocean and just get the fuck out of here?
I don't blame them. It sure looks appetizing to me, aside from other reptiles.
Yeah, that's the problem with Florida.
That is the one hang up.
It's really it's shitty. It's shitty
Hulk
in a lot of
Hogan's
places.
there, though. Doesn't that entice you?
You know what? Hulkster's there. I'm in. I forget about all the bad things.
If he can make it, so can you.
Derek says, April is in my DMs. Derek from Texas says you're in his DMs, April.
I might be.
Uh-oh. You guys better fucking watch yourselves.
I don't know a Derek from Texas.
Scooby Jooby Jew says this is the speech to let us know that the goal is going up. No, if anything, the goal, we're going to have some good goal news here. in the future. Don't you worry about that. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Look,
what is wrong with you?
We're not dying. Don't you worry. Upset Duck says, this is such a podcast for a podcast's sake. Well, I'm not doing it for the Lord's sake, sir. Yes, I've got bad news. All podcasts are podcasts for podcast's sake. And then hopefully you gain an audience for that podcast. Are you keeping up with me here?
Are we all existing just to be miserable?
I think some people are.
That is so shitty.
I gotta say, if your existence is just to like hate everything and never be impressed with anything, you are so in the wrong place, and you're gonna hate how happy and fun we are. Your skin's gonna crawl. You're gonna feel gross. You're gonna think we're totally gay. The audience, you're not gonna like them and how funny they are. It's not for you. Look, I'm not one of these guys who wants everyone to listen to my show. I just want the people who enjoy it to listen, because I don't want to watch you make yourself more miserable.
I agree.
Bane Coof with $5 says, April, have you seen 2020? No one votes for anything. Magic ballots.
Yeah, you know what? Touche.
What is that reference, 2020? Oh, the election.
Really?
I thought he meant a movie. Sorry.
What is that reference?
He's kidding. He's making jokes about the fucking election stuff. Oh, let's continue on here. Let's catch up with you guys. Oh, yeah, we just did Bane Coof's thing. That's going to put us at 120 for the evening. Very, very good, you guys. Chad, you can't afford... Oh, yeah, that one, the sad Zumach said that I'm already funnier than the actual Chad.
He also says he reverse cowgirls his toilet when he poops.
Like Butters.
Like Butters.
Oh, there you go. Good Gravy says, April, as lovely as ever. Aaron, meh.
That's not been the trend tonight, though, so don't let that get you down.
Sam Adams says, oh, so you're saying you're not Kevin Brennan acolytes. I mean, if being a happy person means I'm not one of Kevin's acolytes, then unfortunately, no. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't dislike Kevin. I think it's funny when he pokes fun at us. It's a little boomery old man. Like, camel toe is, like, that's not even open mic or shit.
You could try harder.
Yeah, you could do a little better than that. That doesn't exactly hit the way you might think. We're definitely better at making fun of people than they are. But I don't know. Like, I think it's fun that we go back and forth like that. I think it's a great time. And obviously we're friends with Bob. But, yeah, just a constant anger and being jealous of people thing. I don't get that.
It's not a good way to live.
I don't know. I see people having success, and I'm like, I should talk to them about how they did that and maybe get some pointers. And
you learn.
Yeah, that foolish pride and like hating everyone and being jealous. A, it's see-through, so you're kind of embarrassing yourself. And B, again, it's just not for me. Works for some people, I'm sure. Just doesn't for me. Ryan says, I sent you a Twitter DM. My kid showed me this on Netflix. It's fucked up, but pretty funny. I'll check it out in a second. Pro Guns with $2 says, laughs in self-sufficient redneck. April's giant dump says, could you at least have the decency to flush? I mean, that is true.
Who, sad Zumach before I get to the toilet?
He's reverse cowgirling it. Puddin' Toot. I love that name. Puddin' Toot's the man. I don't care if Puddin' Toot never gives another dime to this program and never writes in again. The fact that I got to read Puddin' Toot for $20 one time makes my whole life mean something. I love you guys, and I love how long your shows are. I'm a truck driver, so you guys make the time speed by. Well, thank you, buddy.
Will you read his name one more time?
That's Puddin' Toot. You know what? I don't do this very often. Watch this.
Are you modding him?
There you go. Puddin' Toot is now a standard moderator. Congratulations to Puddin' Toot.
Oh, man. Congratulations.
Aaron, did you see they are demanding a national emergency for gun violence? Oh, God, I'm sure they are. Because all the other 5,000 times they wanted one, it really worked out well.
I was catching a little bit of Fox 9 this morning for the weather, but they were on talking about stabbings at St. Paul.
Lovely.
Fucking high schools. And talking about how they're putting, like, police officers standard, like, at the doorways now and stuff like that. Like, entering the fucking high schools, and how people are up in arms over, oh, you're going to put a police officer at our high school? And although your friends are all dying from stab wounds and gunshots.
Yeah. I just...
But it's the gun's fault.
To me, I would say, now, Charlie, see, now that's just mean. He says, I never hear Brennan pushing appearances. Why is that? Look.
What does that mean?
He likes to stay home and do his show. It's a lot better than going out. Like, look, as our show got more successful, I did less comedy shows. It's
check
understandable.
it out.
It's more fun to do this.
I feel like Brennan's not going to be the belle of the ball anywhere he goes anyway. He should probably stay home. He's a little bitchy.
He can get a little cunty. God. That's for sure. He's lucky that, Bob will team with him to go places, because then people are like, oh, we'd love to have Bob.
Bob, evens out the evil that is Brennan.
They're just kind of like, we'll just talk to Bob all night.
It really is like the Satan and angel on your two shoulders, Bob and Brennan.
Yeah.
They really do even each other out.
Yeah, the only one I have a dislike for is Chad, but only because he doesn't know how to be funny.
Yeah, I just wish Brennan hadn't kept him there. I wish he'd stuck with it as a bit.
Brennan knows how to be funny. I mean, not as funny as I am, but he knows how to be funny, and that's important.
No one's as funny as you.
Oh, April, thank you very much.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you as well.
Ugh.
Got a little gay, didn't it?
Gross.
Got a little, I kind of felt
I don't
gay.
like it. I don't like compliments.
Citizen M says Mark Harley is working his way up. Honestly, he will at least get a pod bigger than the Fighter and the Kid. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know where the Fighter and the Kid is right now in terms of viewership or anything else. So I don't know what that looks like, doing better than they're doing.
I found out Brennan's wife's pretty hot tonight.
Brendan.
Did I say Brennan?
You said Brennan.
I don't know what Brennan's wife looks
I don't.
like,
I have no idea.
Brendan's
She
wife
could be
is
very
pretty hot.
beautiful. Yeah. Upset Duck says, with all the hacks orbiting Kevin Brennan, do you think he and Bob should start the World Hack Federation? Who's, other than Chad, who's a hack that surrounds them? I'm not going to look. I know the Upset Duck probably wants to say Ray DeVito. I'm not going to call Ray a hack because Ray is a sweet guy. He's a very nice dude. He's invited me on his show. I would love to go on Ray's show. I think he's a very nice guy. I think he's a good dude. So I would love to have him on. I get it. I understand why people would say the thing like that. But to me, being a good person goes a long way. And he's a good guy. He's a very sweet dude. So I'm not going to sit here. I would love to.
Nice guys get shit on the most, though.
No, not by me.
No, I'm saying anyone in the chat that might bring him up.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
I like Ray. He's a good guy. He is. And his Dry Bar special did better than Chad's.
I actually can't say I know anything about him.
Dario says Chad's live stream was hilarious. We all acted like assholes, and he didn't get half of it. It sounds pretty normal. Kevin did say he'd pay for April's OnlyFans. Well, there you go.
What?
If you had an OnlyFans, Kevin Brennan would pay for it.
The hell?
Kind of a weird old guy creep thing to say, but hey, it's a compliment.
I could have gone my whole life without knowing that. I actually have never heard him say that.
Oh, darn it. I think that I don't think he said that. Like, Kevin never says anything out of niceness. I think it was more out of spite for Canoe.
I think I was about to say back in the day, but I think we heard Kevin say that he would get off to me, but I never heard him say that he'd pay for my OnlyFans.
No, I think the question was Canoe or you, who would he rather jerk off to?
Was that the question?
He chose you, yeah.
Okay.
Respect, right?
Still, I didn't need to know.
You're not very.
I just kind of want to drink myself to sleep now.
Triple N, quick question. I was, this is going to be really inside and fucking gay and name droppy, and I'm really sorry, but I need to know for tomorrow morning's show, and I'm running on a time crunch here. What episode of Revenge of the Sis was there the turkey bit where they talked about Tetris and pissed off? I mean, the ROTC guys pissed off the entire country of Turkey on Twitter. And it was very funny. And I was talking to Mersh today. I'm like, I'd really like to use that clip for a bit we're doing because there was a Syrian DJ who made a turkey joke and he apologized.
Okay.
And I wanted to play the Revenge of the Sis bit next to it to go, hey, look, these guys didn't apologize.
Right.
Look what they said. It was like talking about buildings falling during the earthquake, and then they were playing the Tetris music.
Dude, Kumia was going off about who names their country Turkey the other day too. He was saying the same shit.
It's technically Turkiya now.
Turkiya?
They changed it. Triple N says, I believe it's been clipped. I tell you what, guys, any of our ROTC crossover people, if you want to DM that to me or send that to me in any way, I'd love to use it. I'd really love to use it. Someone said Red Bar doxes his own fans. What do you think he'll do to his enemies? I don't know, be passive aggressive, cunty and bitchy and bothered by them until they don't take him seriously, and then he'll stop mentioning them. That's pretty much what happens with us every time. So again, like Kevin, Red Bar, people like this, it doesn't really work on us because we kind of understand what the game is. I caught a weak ban for posting a Turkish cockroach meme. Well, yeah, they probably thought that was mean.
Probably racist.
April's Giant Dump with $1.99 says, you can see me crowning on Ape's OnlyFans.
I do go by Ape on there.
She does.
Just so you know.
That's how you find her. She didn't want her mom to become disappointed. Fuck.
Don't watch, Mom.
What a strange show this has been. It's been
Can you
fun.
imagine if like I was one of those girls that wasn't a good sport about somebody named April's Giant Dump?
You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here.
I'd be so far gone.
All right, guys. Let's. It is Valentine's Day, so I did want to do something romantic.
Okay, gross.
I did want to do something kind of nice and show you guys that love indeed exists, and it can exist for a long time. You want to watch a couple of dried up old cunts smooch each other talking about Valentine's Day?
Yes, I love old people, but only on TV.
Let me tell you something.
Movies and shit. I
tell
don't
you
like them behind a wheel.
I don't like stories like this because they play it up to like, these two have been together for 70 years. It's like, yeah, where else are they going to go? What, like, is he in demand? Is he going to start knocking around a lot of puss? Like, if you've been together 15 years and you're still keeping it going, I'm impressed by that. That's pretty good.
Wait.
70 years, you've long passed the Fisher cut bait date. Once you're 70 years in, it doesn't matter if you fucking hate each other. You don't leave.
I was figuring that you were going to say you hate this shit because nobody stays together for 70 years. Nobody.
No,
like, ever.
I don't mind that
If you've
part.
made it 20, that's impressive. Before, like, leaving.
I don't understand 79 being celebrated or 80 being celebrated. A, you're just celebrating that they didn't die.
It is kind of a record,
Right.
though.
But B, it's not like you're going to leave them and get your fucking pussy pounded out.
What if you did? What if some woman's been eyeing him up for
Then
that long?
why didn't you do it 30 years ago when you could still put your hips into it, you know?
Because you like some good sawdust, puss, and limp dick.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know.
Limp Dick was a really good band back in middle school. They could really play.
Or they wail.
Oh, they could wail a little bit. All right, let's check out these two old fucks and talk about their dry box and soft dick. By the way, Dry Box and Soft Dick is the name of our new morning show that we're going to be premiering very, very soon.
All right, on this Valentine's Day, one St. Pete couple is helping us all learn the secret to...
It's fucking gross. Why did Darth Vader take his helmet off? He should have left it on for this story.
That looks like Anakin after they threw him in the fire.
Right.
Like in the lava. I don't like him either. I don't like this guy. He's like out of breath.
I like this. They can have motorized scooter races around the house.
That
a
could be
lasting
fun.
love. They've been married for 79 years.
He cuts her off and like jackknifes her all the time because he's really competitive.
Check it out. You don't need chairs or couches if
Right.
you have motorized scooters.
You do have to clean the bed sores off your ass cheeks. Other than that, yeah, it sounds like a dream.
Honest to God, if I'm ever like confined to a scooter,
I'll shoot you in the head.
thank you. I can't live like that.
Sorry, I was a little too excited.
For more on this very touching story, let's get you out to ABC Action News reporter Keely McCormick. And Keely, you got the chance to sit
And
down.
now they bring a cute young girl to like taunt these two old people who are just rotting vegetables in their home.
She's hot.
With this couple, hear their incredible love story.
How scared shitless was she of like her mortality after she left that house?
You do kind of visit a couple like that, and you're like, I kind of don't want to live to that age.
She looks in the mirror. She's like, oh no, I'm hot, but only for a little while. Like this is all going to go away.
That is kind of freaky.
Yeah.
I've never had like little moments like that to myself, except for recently. Suddenly I'm seeing those tiny little forehead things. I'm like, oh no, it's begun.
Sorry about that.
What do you mean?
Oh, the lines in your forehead.
Oh, you're stressing me out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Ray and Mary Johnson celebrated their 79th wedding anniversary just last month. A major milestone for this sweet couple. Now this Valentine's Day, they're sharing the secrets to a lifetime of love.
Jesus Christ, how big do your peepers need to be? That is an eye buggy kind of a gal.
Just big enough to see you with.
I guess.
Seems to be the minute you see somebody that you really love, you know it.
Somebody outkicked their coverage, you goofy looking, no chin having fuck.
No, sorry. I don't
Are you talking to yourself again?
mean to heckle the. I mean, he was ugly when he was young. I mean, it's not like he got ugly as an old man. I mean, he was always kind of a goofy looking, heady son of a bitch.
She seems kind of mid. She's got a lot of teeth and a lot of gums.
Yeah, she's a toothy broad and he's a chinless weirdo. They kind of belong together.
Chinless wonder.
But they kind of beat everybody. Like they got the last laugh. Like everyone else is all dead. All the hot kids from school are dead. They paired off and fucked into their 90s.
You know what it is? He has really nice eyes. He's got a huge nose, though.
Uh-oh. So does she.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
He's blonde, though.
Okay.
A love that lasts a lifetime.
Retired accountants. Oh, fuck. I didn't take my Noticinol Drew this morning.
They met when they worked at the bank together.
Oh, that their parents owned?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Mary and Ray Johnson met when they were just in high school. Young, dumb, and absolutely
full of cum.
What is that face in that one?
Ew.
What is that?
She was sitting on a fucking the hood of a 59 fucking Chevy Imperial.
For God's sake, she's sitting on her dryer.
in love. The two tied the knot at 17 and 18 years old.
I was on leave from the Army, and I said to Mary, will you marry me?
That's right. I could be face down in the mud in Okinawa being butt-fucked by a Japanese bayonet, so I better get some pussy before I go back.
You know what I'm noticing, though, is like
She's way too hot for him. She aged into her teeth really well. Probably because they're not hers anymore.
No, she's sitting
She
here.
used to be a gummy broad.
Oh. She's just looking annoyed as fuck, though. Like, she's heard this story 300 million times.
She's wanted him to die for so long. She's like,
Yes.
I've been Twitter DMing some black fella.
And he's, like, still really into it, though.
Danny Glover liked one of my posts, and I'd really wish my fucking husband would
You
die.
know what? Fuck all romance on this day.
And she said she would.
Now, in their late 90s, their love is still strong. They shared their favorite memories and photos with me. From raising two daughters to golfing or dancing, these two did everything.
Oh,
side by
he can't even kiss anymore.
What is that? What is the back thing? Do you know what?
That's a back brace because he's old.
Your
He can't
tiny
sit
little
up.
back is
Yeah. He can't sit up anymore.
He's
Would it be funny if he just started trying to finger her in front of the news?
But it's dry, so he can't get it in.
You just see him go, starts fiddling. That's right. We still get after it in this house. I don't get fully hard, but I can kind of do that weird shoehorn thing with my hand where I penetrate her with a digit and then slide my half-hard cock in there at the same time.
She licks my liver spots.
Oh, God.
side.
Oh, I got to hear that again.
No, never.
Everything side by side. As
That was her teeth coming out during the kiss. I can't even replicate that sound.
everything side by side. As for Valentine's Day tradition,
She's like, I need to push off of you so I can get back up. That was actually her pussy making that noise. She was soaked for him.
Fucking
I used
nauseous.
to- I used to get a Valentine that was about this big.
But now it's only this big.
Every year. Great, huge one. I don't know where he ever got it.
today Ray and
Spencer's.
Mary celebrate their 79th Valentine's Day. So I asked what the secret is to a lifetime of love.
3 words. I love you.
Oh, God,
Oh my God.
You married a homo. Jesus. Get a hold of yourself, for Christ's sake. Crying over a 90-year-old broad.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Beta.
Beta male.
That means you're gay.
What a bitch.
Jesse, that's not very nice.
And I cried. We always said that.
Ray and Mary
Not funny, haha, funny queer.
Oh, that's not very nice. Come on.
This is causing me to wonder if we say that every day.
Yeah, that's gay. We're gay.
shared thousands of I love yous over the years. They tell me those 3 words
She's a
carry
hippie
the same
broad.
weight today.
Oh, wow. She's got some thighs on her. Jesus Christ. Oh, I've just been doing a lot of hip-hop dance videos, and there's a lot of twerking involved. And
Everything went straight to her hips, and he's just skinny as a rail.
Jesus.
She actually breaks him.
Today, as they did 79 years ago.
We both have medical problems now.
No shit. Really?
What?
I thought you both had a
Okay.
clean bill of health.
This is getting hard to watch.
We both have medical problems. Oh, no way. I thought you two were just pissing and shitting in the same toilet every day 2 or 3 times and then calling it.
And we know the time is short. But I think we're always be in love until that day.
Boy, that dude is not ready to die. He's still terrible. It's weird to see a 99-year-old who's like, I don't want to fucking go. I know I don't have very long. I know I could go to bed and it could be the last time, but Jesus Christ, I don't want to.
See, and I think she is ready, and he's totally not, because she's not saying much. Like, she lacks total emotion, and he's over here breaking down over how much he loves her.
I love you, and I'm not ready to go. And she's like, I fucked 7 men since we've been together. Like, this is not as special for me.
I've never told you till right now.
You worked a lot, like a lot. And it was not hard either to hide it all from you. And
he came over and had lunch with me.
Yeah, like
on the day.
You have hung out with this man numerous times.
He's your best friends.
And afterwards, even.
See how she won't say anything?
She's just like, I'd like to go die now.
Oh. God, he makes me cry, though. That shit's sad.
Come here, you queer. Give me your hand.
Is that going to be me trying to console you? You're being about as gay as him.
I'll be dead.
You know, I hate gay people.
Whoa, Jesus.
Well, thank you guys. I'll be honest, I shed a tear during that interview because they are just so sweet and their love is so pure. They tell me now they're just enjoying life day by day, side by side.
And their motorized scooters, just trying to get from one end of the living room to the other before the sun goes down.
Oh, my God.
It's about how it is. Oh, my God. That just really...
That was a wild ride because I teared up like twice, but between the tear ups, I was like, gross.
Kyle says, do they fuck? Otherwise, next. April's Giant Dump with $1.99 says, I am a full 5.5 Curricks. It's worth the $9.99 a month. Very nice. Need Trump says she gets a good pounding still. People are really... I'm getting to the part where they hit that the kissing part, and people are not okay with that.
Dude, I bet he puts in effort when they fuck. He seems like that kind of guy.
What effort can he put in?
I'm saying he's got it all up here and in here. He loves that bitch.
Oh, man.
He fucking loves her, and you're right. He doesn't want to go yet.
Yeah, 79 years of marriage. When did they start? 10? No, they started 17 and 18, yeah. And they're in their late 90s now. Oh.
It's kind of cute, but it's gross. And then you get to the point where he's like, we both have medical problems now.
No shit.
Really? And it's just kind of like, you don't want to get to that point.
No, you don't want to just sit there and go, look, I know I've only got a couple of days and I'm racked with medical problems. Like, you're the guy in The Patriot who goes, me, with all my ailments, I wouldn't make it through the first skirmish. But you got to have my Negro, Occam. Strong as a bull, but he ain't overly smart. He'll fight in my stead. Sorry. I remember way too much of the slavery parts of that movie. That bitch a straight up 10, says Baba Booey 420. I mean, you know, if you're grading on an age curve, they're saying this old mang is a cuck.
Old mang.
I don't know.
Do you think she fucked his friends when he was away?
I only have theories. I mean, because she doesn't give a fuck about how nice he's being.
No, she didn't have anything to say.
Yeah, he's laying it all out on the line, and
he's crying.
He's sobbing his dying ass off, and she's like, all right, homo, let's knock it off, not in front of the TV cameras. Thank you very much, Sad Zumach with $5. He says, my TV remote is missing the back. I'm using old tape to hold in the battery. Why is everything he writes so goddamn funny to me?
It's good, yeah.
Eric Nagel says, dress shirts, what's the occasion? Who died?
It's funeral flowers.
It's a day for love.
Because we're fucking gay, okay?
It's a
once
day
a
for
year.
love.
Once a year we try to love each other.
We believe in Valentine's Day here in the Imhold household. I mean, we have a fist fight. We celebrate it in our own fashion.
Look, if you'd heard Aaron before he met me, Valentine's Day was the devil. Yeah. And it was bogus, and it's a massacre day, and
it's a massacre
something
day
for big corporations to suck money out of people.
Now, they are saying this in the chat, that after this guy dies, they'll have to say this about the old woman.
Graham died alone.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
It's really too bad. What do we got? Oh, we still got, we're only $95 away from tonight's goal. And, what? 15 minutes until we rattle the cans and do the, as Just a Dabbler says, the super chat music. All right, so only 95 away. That's a great position to be in. If you feel like chipping in, there's the Streamlabs, there's the PayPal, Super Chats, memberships. It all counts. Thank you guys very, very much. Just making sure that we
thank you guys.
We didn't miss anybody. All right, good. Looks like we got them all. So we have a couple that's been together for almost 80 years in that last story.
It's impressive. Almost unheard of.
Let's check out a couple who's probably not going to make it another 80 days.
80 minutes.
This is a couple that streams together. I hate it. Hack. They do IRL streaming together. You know, they go on road trips. The one guy looks like a kind of chubby baked Alaska. The other girl's wearing a Danhausen t-shirt. So we're dealing with some real top shelf individuals. Well, they decided to IRL stream their little road trip.
Yeah.
And basically what IRL streaming is you just sit there and do nothing until people chat. And then you read the chat, and then for some reason, people watch that. They're like, they get invested in these people's lives, I guess.
You live your life and you take a camera with. That's it.
I couldn't do that. For me, I'd always need to be providing some sort of content or story or bit or some kind of thing that we're doing.
I do too many racial slurs. It doesn't work for me.
In IRL. I really respected Alex Stein when he said, look, I didn't mind Content House. I just don't like cameras being on all the time because I'll drop an N-bomb.
Exactly. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, dudes, I can't have somebody watching me all the time.
But I love that Alex just openly said, he goes, oh, yeah, I'll just drop an N-bomb and you'll catch it.
He was speaking for all of us.
Yeah. Well, here's these two. They were streaming. Let's take how our dynamic is on the air. And now let's watch how the dynamic of these two is on the air and see if we can see any similarities or differences.
I love him.
Don't touch me.
I'm patient.
No, you're fucking not.
Okay, this sounds like it's going to go really well. I love him. I'm patient. Don't touch me. No, you're fucking not. This sounds like someone's trying to love like a beast.
He's not yelling yet.
Touch my tit, see what happens. All right.
You're like the most impatient, moody fucker I've ever met.
That's nice.
You know how some people hold shit in and they never say it?
Yeah.
And then it involuntarily comes out when just some kind of trigger point reaches, and then it heats up the feelings you've been holding down and it bubbles over. That's what's happening here. In this moment, this woman does not deserve this. But in the totality of their relationship, I have no problem believing that she's earned what she's getting right now.
The look on her face tells me she knows exactly what he's talking
about.
I'm patient when it comes to you.
Freem, I carry our marriage, and you know that. Freem, you know that.
I think we have a pretty 50-50 marriage.
You're high.
By the way, the backstory behind that guy's sunglasses, you may think they're really gay. He actually was handed those sunglasses by Bret Hart at WrestleMania 9 when he was a small child. So they mean a lot to him.
You're high. You're kidding. On stream? Is this content? Or wait, you're kidding.
I'll say this. The people who are watching this right now are not turning it off.
I wouldn't. This is great content.
They're about to watch themselves a domestic. I have to apologize to IRL streamers now.
I feel like any dude that's wearing glasses like that definitely gets in fights. Right?
Here's the problem. Neither of these two are prizes, so what are they going to do? They kind of have to stick it out.
They deserve each other.
They're going to both... I'm not saying they'll both be alone forever, but they'll both have to struggle for a while.
It'll get hitty.
Yeah. Might as well stay together because it's not like Dick and Pussy are knocking down either of their doors. I mean, not the kind of pussy they're going to want.
Hold on, though.
What?
For a second, think back to, like, my small town and stuff. The rattiest of ratty people are always getting knocked up and shit. Someone's fucking them. Always. No matter what, the ratty people are always knocked up.
The fucking you want, you ain't getting, and the fucking you getting, you don't want. That's all I'm saying about these two.
Graham. You think so?
I think I help.
I'm not saying you don't help, but you think it's 50-50?
Oh I do.
Ever heard of Jerkmate?
So they just got themselves $10 for fighting.
That's good. Do you think this is an authentic fight?
I don't know. We're about to see. Now, this is a good time to move the fuck on, right?
Explain.
He looks pissed.
Oh, boy. He is mad.
Explain.
I mean, okay.
I would unironically say I'm probably one of the best husbands on planet Earth.
Spoiler alert.
Aaron, You're fucking out of here.
May I say,
on to the next.
if you say something like, I'm one of the best husbands on planet Earth, you're probably a really shitty husband.
I mean, look at him, though.
He's got Bret Hart sunglasses on. You can't take that away from him. She's got a Danhausen shirt. Maybe this is all a work.
Check out the haircuts, though.
I can't really tell what he's got.
He's got something weird like this going on, like a bob cut.
You're a very good husband.
No. I wouldn't say very good. I would say one of the best.
Jesus.
Dude,
learn how to take a W.
I'm goated with the fucking sauce.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, you carry in social aspects, I carry in the back end tech stuff. And I feel like together we make a good team.
No, yeah.
Again, she just gave you another out for you to go, yeah, that sounds great. All right, cool. There's a little bit of insecurity going on here.
I'm going to guess this isn't his first marriage.
Wait, what would you know?
The first one left him. Oh, what do you mean?
How would you be able to spot that?
I'm guessing the first one left him and told him how big of a piece of shit he was. And now he's like going to spend the rest of his life making sure that's not the image out there.
I know about marriage.
Okay.
Marriage, not tech stuff.
I mean, our marriage still includes our business relationship with me helping with your career.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
The subathon is a big part of our marriage.
I'm saying take a job out.
Wait a minute. That's like one of the biggest parts of the marriage, though, is like the ability to pay for shit and afford your life. Like, job is kind of a big one.
People really discount that shit. Like, oh, put the work stuff aside. I'm like, no, that's kind of, if you have money problems, your marriage is on the rocks.
Look, put the work stuff aside. Like, this guy looks like a guy who gets up, hangs out in his underwear for a while, eats cereal for lunch.
If he has underwear.
Yeah, this guy doesn't strike me as like a get up and take business meetings kind of a guy.
I think he smells.
Out.
Yeah.
Sure, you help me with tech stuff for my career, sure. But marriage, dude, I am the conflict resolution god.
Yeah, you are.
This guy's been in a lot of fights to get it.
Wait a minute. Is this a window into the conflict resolution god? Because this looks more like God, like when he was destroying Sodom and Gomorrah, more than the God that, put Adam and Eve on earth.
His strategy is looking past every out that the opposition gives you and just digging in.
Just crushing their soul. It's not a victory until you're fully beaten.
You must be dead.
100%.
No, 100% you are.
I am the greatest shoulder to cry on. I am the greatest consoler. I'm understanding everything. The romantic.
I'm fucking humble. I'm decent. I defer to you.
For the record, this is how he got her. At one point, she bought this.
Shit I do is crazy. Like, are you? Why are you giggling?
Because you sound like a jackass.
I'd be sitting here laughing my dick off for this.
Oh my God. Well, because she's reading the chat and she's like, you don't want to read this shit.
No, he can't see it.
No.
You're right.
Why are you laughing?
Just saying Techie likes the back end, huh?
Frim.
Oh, they're okay, Superman.
Frim, you know beyond a shadow that I am an incredible husband.
I never said that you weren't.
But you never said that I was.
Oh my God, what an infant.
Hold on. I've heard you say something to that effect a time or two.
Look, we all make mistakes.
There's been a time or two when Aaron and I are having a dumb little squabble over something where I'll be like, I never said that. And he's like, yeah, but you did not say that either. Okay.
That sounds cunty. That doesn't sound like me. I would hate the guy who said that.
Okay, you are an incredible husband.
I agree, and I am.
Here's the difference between me and him. I've said that once and later went, ugh.
Yeah,
he does that regularly.
You took a shower after
the
argument.
Oh, that was
like,
gay.
Gross.
So understanding of all of your wants and needs. All of them.
Really? Because right now she wants you to shut the fuck up.
Right, every single one. Like, let's switch topics.
Yeah.
And how accommodating I've been is insane.
Wow. Because you're a piece of shit.
Why are you not saying anything?
I'm saying, Yes, I agree.
Oh, no.
Of course.
So for like marriages and emotions and understanding and communication, I would say I do about 90% of that.
What is that accent? I fucking hated that all thing you talk like. It's either Philadelphia or San Francisco. I don't know which one it is, but it's fucking terrible.
I don't want you to take this as an insult because you're clearly like miles classier than this guy. but you've said or taken a lot of the same tactics as this guy before.
I disagree.
Like you're accommodating, like you're good. You do the heavy lifting and shit like that. Like, I don't know.
I don't think I say that at all.
We don't have conversations like this
Right, that's what I'm
typically.
saying.
I mean, I've just heard it before.
Yes?
Okay, there we go. The majority of marriage is communication.
Yes?
She's giving him one.
Oh, you gotta love Twitch.
I'm just saying, dude. When it comes to emotions, dealing with our issues, and fucking.
Okay, when it comes to emotions and dealing with our issues, yes, you
Let's
are
go
the
and keep on
carrier.
aggravating.
But I'm looking at a whole. Like, you help me out, I help you out.
Yeah, so here's the part where you go, all right, sounds good. That's all right. Then that's what we're going to go with. Do you think he's going to let it go there?
Absolutely not. And this would be the most boring conversation of all time if they weren't being so cunty.
Yes.
I give you your space, you give me my space. We mutually love each other. We mutually are happy with each other. We're still each other's best friends, I hope, right?
That's a lot of assuming happening right now.
What an asshole. He said that's a lot of assuming right now. What a piece of shit.
And she's turning into insecure because she's like, I think we're best friends, right? I hope
Well,
so. And
this is this guy not feeling confident about himself, so he needs to beat her down so he can feel better about himself.
yeah, but then don't you understand that that's like two people are down
Right,
now
now
instead
you're
of like
both just
raising
going
the
down,
other one?
yeah.
Now you're just doomed.
It's a lot of assuming.
Hold my glasses, bitch. Wow.
I would say you're a goat at helper.
I wouldn't say you're a goat at helping.
Does she
I
like?
would say that you're a goat at helper.
Wow, what a piece of
She
shit.
hates her life.
Why are you being weird? I don't know, because I just got berated publicly by my husband for 5 minutes.
And now he's like using her as his bitch. Like, hold my glasses.
Oh, this guy is garbage.
Not a goated wife.
No, I'm talking about the specifics.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, we talked about, like, I'm good at the communication guy, right?
Yes.
I'm the communication guy. But I feel like you as a helper is very good. Like, keep shit on track.
Yes.
Right? Like a planner.
I try my best. I'm learning as I go.
And that's the end.
Oh no, his face looked interesting. Like he was about to say something.
I'm going to say that doesn't sound like that got fixed.
No, they're two remarkably insecure, cunty people, and it's not going to go well.
Very, very much so. Oh, my God. That IRL shit, man. And by the way, all the tech issues they were having, that is top-notch Twitch shit right there. We are no stranger to what that used to be.
And you're streaming from your car, though.
That was bad. This man of charm and confidence says, hold the pickle. Thank you very much to Captain January. He says, new horror movie title, The Kissing of the Olds. Oh, the humanity. All right. $90 away from tonight's goal. Looks like we're going to have to rattle the old cans and see if we're doing overtime.
Yes.
Tonight. Let's see if we're doing overtime. 90 away. You guys got it to a real good place. For the last 5 minutes here tonight. This is pretty good for the super chat music, as Just a Dabbler likes to call it. Sad Zumach says, I use Boost Mobile. The Front Porch Conservative says, well, I know that guy isn't going to be having sex tonight.
Or he will, but some other chick.
It might be a hooker.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
I'd like to look into that channel sometime. Just check up on them.
Yeah, I don't know who those people are.
Oh, there was no name. Damn it.
That is a. I want to know what that accent is because it's the douchiest, most awful accent. Like he's saying shitty things already, but that accent makes it sound even worse. That thing like this. We're like, I'm so glad.
He talks like a Dax Shepard in Idiocracy.
Kind of.
It's a Dax Shepard thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just retarded.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Upset Duck says, would you let Gino do your show, or are you worried he'll drop some N-bombs? He's done our show a couple of times now. We'll talk to Gino from time to time, for sure.
We've had his face on here talking. We've had his phone calls.
Gino's a fun guy. All right, guys, let's fire up the super chat music and let's see if we can knock out that last $90, bring it in for a landing, and do 30 minutes of overtime. Jedi Shredder with $19.99 says, bring it on. All right, guys, before I start the music, I digress. It's actually $75.
How dare you?
Elza Belza says, does overtime go to $50? and put forward to tomorrow morning's show. No. If we get inside of 50, we do the overtime and just assume we're going to catch it during the overtime. If we get inside of 50, it doesn't feel right to have people contribute money to your show. You get that close, and then you go, nope, shutting it off. So that's kind of how that works. All right, so let's fire it up. Let's do the formalities here, and let's go.
Booty shaking music.
Little booty shaking music for you. This is how this show pays for itself, is by hitting that goal every single week, or every single day, every single week. Chris says, pay up now, poor piggies.
Come on.
That's not a nice way to ask.
We love our poor piggies.
If you feel like contributing to this program, Super Chats, there's the Streamlabs, the PayPal, all of it. Contribute to the program. We knock that out, and as a thank you, if we hit that number, we add another 30 minutes onto the clock and do a few more stories for you. So, feel free to chip in. 75 away and 5 minutes left in the Super Chat music segment, the can rattling segment, as we call it. Thank you very much, Wheat Dip, for the corn emojis. That's very nice.
Thank you.
I appreciate corn emojis over here. All right, guys, the links are in the chat. They're also pinned to the top of the chat if you'd like to contribute that way. Kmart says, filthy e-beggars. You know it.
Absolutely.
Only one way to make a living in this racket, and that's filthy e-beggars. You dance around, you entertain, and then at the end of it, you go, alms for the poor. Cerberus with $20 says, I poo at you. Here's some money. Thank you, buddy.
You.
$60 away from tonight's goal. Interstellar Fella says, the Mud Shark has your boxing match. Oh, God, would he be crushed? That would be...
I don't even think that's a funny joke anymore.
You print the money. I'm there, but that would be deadly. Vinny Cash with $100 says, I like the Super Chat music. All right, wave it off. He just killed the Super Chat music. Thank you, Vinny Cash.
Thank you.
For the $100. And thank you, Matthew Jenkins, for the 5. We're 15 into tomorrow already. So tomorrow is already starting.
Good Lord.
Into it. Vinny Cash, very cool. Oh, no, he says keep it going. Well, I mean, now what do I do?
Now you kind of have to.
I mean, the guy throws you $100. You kind of have to do what the man says. The customer is always right.
What do you do here?
Old Vinny Cash. All right, here, you know what? Here, a little bit. We'll go a little bit longer for old Vinny Cash. There you go, buddy. Who am I? You can't be a filthy e-beggar and then have pride, right?
Never.
If you're a filthy e-beggar and someone throws money at you and he goes, yeah, now dance for me, homo, you do a homo dance for the guy.
We can take a shower later.
Yeah. Use that $50 for leftover Valentine's Day donuts at Krispy Kreme. Oh, Eric.
I wish we had a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
We used to.
This is Minnesota. They all went out of business around here, my friend.
They don't like us.
They do not like us here. Elza Belza says, I donate, but Chad needs a fridge. Oh, that's too bad. Does he leave food out long enough for it to even need a fridge? I feel like it all just kind of gets consumed.
He just inhales it.
But that's me. I don't know. It's just a theory I'm working on.
I'm going to guess he only eats fast food and you eat it as you go.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Thank you guys very much. Very cool. Is that enough, Vinny Cash? I don't want to upset a guy, throwing these filthy e-beggars $100. I don't want to.
It's been pretty cool.
There we go. Well, thank you guys. And we're going to do
thank you.
30 minutes of overtime tonight. A lot of stories still left to go. We did not get into a lot.
No, we got a good mileage out of those last couple.
The audience has been very, very funny, too.
Yes.
You know what's fun? You know what's great?
You're gay.
As this show continues to grow. And I'm going to knock on wood. And yes, gay, too. I'm going to knock on wood here because I don't want to jinx it. As this show keeps growing, new people discover it every day, and they'll come into the chat. You suck. I fucking hate you. I like this guy. You're terrible. And by the end of that show, I see those guys writing in the chat and playing along like the show is just infectious to them. They're like, I could sit here and be a miserable cunt and just be an asshole all the time. But goddamn, if all these hundreds of people aren't having a great fucking time with these two, I think I'd rather be a part of that. And let me tell you something. Before you start to feel bad about yourself, that's exactly how you should be. Enjoy yourself. Interstellar Fella says, April, it will work out. You don't have to go back to the factory. Chad will take you in when Aaron goes bankrupt.
Oh, no.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like you can't go bankrupt. Just in case.
Ooh, that is a bad denial.
Because I might have to go with him whether I'm up for it or not.
Oh, no, that is an awful rejection that she's just sitting there going, well, then now I really fear that day more than anything.
I would give up all of my dignity to do an OnlyFans before I ever went to live with Zuma.
Do you know what a disgusting mutant you have to be for a woman to feel that way about you? It's awful. Elza Belza says this chat is the funniest on the planet. We for years, what is it, 9 years now? For 9 years, we have had a very funny audience on this show.
That's great.
Stevie J says, a chat called April my wife this morning.
Is he back to that?
What did we say about projection?
He's been off that for a minute. He started with me being his wife, and then he hated me for being an evil stepmom, apparently, because,
It's almost like he can't let it go.
And now he's back.
We just keep right back in. It's effortless now. You don't even have to say anything about him. We're just so in his head that it just pops in there every once in a while.
You know what? Chad's going to have to get in line.
Yeah, probably. You got that, if I die or anything like that, there's a possibility of a harem with Gino and Canoe. There's
I would love it if those two took me in.
There's Alex Stein is out there.
He's not. I don't think he's single anymore.
Well, look, maybe we'll ask the guy.
Maybe Dontarius.
So your Dontarius is over Chad at the moment.
Absolutely.
All right.
I hope Chad looks up Dontarius and he's like, oh my God.
White Marie. I think White Maurice nailed it. Zumak.
Tits like this.
White Maurice says Zumak is Opie without all the funny. That is, you
That's
son of a bitch.
That's even pushing it because I don't know if Opie's got the funny anymore.
That is April, honey.
No, I got it.
It's the joke.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to throw these flowers at you pretty quick.
Oh, come on.
How funny would it be actually if I dumped this out on you to end the show?
It'd be a fun way to end the show. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
All right, guys. We got more wife stories. We got more Valentine's Day wife and husband stories. That's kind of been the theme these last couple. We did the old people.
It's Valentine's Day.
Then we did the narcissist yelling at his wife on Twitch. Here's another one. Another heartwarming tale for Valentine's Day.
Call this next story. A Valentine's Day a married couple on Long Island will never forget.
Yeah, DJ Toby gave his wife, Lauren, the gift of life by donating a part of his liver to his partner and saving her life. And today...
Mistake. I'll tell you why.
Uh-oh.
First of all, your wife should have to live with the fact that she's a falling down drunk, and you should make her sweat it out a little bit.
What if she has cirrhosis or
she
something?
Probably just has some disease.
Jesus.
Number two, you give a woman a liver. Do you think she's going to... This guy has an idea that if he saves his wife's life, gives her a liver, that she's going to be grateful forever and it's going to be easy. No, women are very much, what have you done for me lately? And she's going to go, and he's going to go, hey, I gave you that liver. And she's like, that was 2 weeks ago, Todd. You haven't shoveled the driveway yet and it's already 4 p.m. It's like, I just got back from work. Oh, and you're tired from work? Yeah, I'm tired because my liver isn't functioning all the way yet.
They switch roles. Now he's the alcoholic dealing with her kvetching and like... She yells at him, I take care of your liver better than you do.
You wouldn't be so tired, DJ, if you would have taken care of your liver before you gave it to me. In fact, I've been feeling kind of sick lately, and it's probably your gross liver's fault. Oh. Sorry.
We are hearing from them.
What a story. Here's Stacey Sager.
I mean, I just couldn't love him more.
And when you meet DJ Toby, it's easy to see why, whether it's playing with their 2-year-old son.
What?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it was the angle that the kid came in on the camera.
Oh, were you looking?
I was like, wait a fucking minute.
You didn't think DJ was the dad?
I was thinking like, this looks a little, that hair's a little curly, that face is a little Mahomesy. I don't really know.
You know.
Donovan here in Baldwin.
Good job, buddy.
Or just the way he looks at his wife, Lauren. Both of them.
Yeah, like, bitch, give me back my innards.
Bitch, get your teeth fixed.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah, if you wanted to help her, give her some incisors. Are we going to say why the liver was bad? Because I have a theory.
What's your theory before they get to it?
I mean, it seems in the last 2 years there have been a lot of cases of bad livers and, liver disease and things like that. She seems like an otherwise remarkably healthy person.
So
I don't know.
Are you insinuating that we've all started drinking more lately, or
Yes.
something else?
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe that's what may have caused the liver disease that caused her to need a new one.
Okay.
Only 2 weeks out now from major surgery.
I heard if you hit her in the shoulder with a football helmet very lightly, she'll go into cardiac arrest. That's all I'm saying.
She'll die briefly on the field.
Yes.
Okay.
DJ just donated 35% of his liver to his wife.
It already started growing back, they said. So
It'd be 42 if you loved me, DJ.
Well, there you go. It's like getting a
His
hair.
name,
His name's DJ Toby.
his
Like,
name
what
used
the
to be
fuck?
DJ Kunta Kinte, but he changed it.
Your name's Toby.
Your name's Toby.
it is, yes, yep.
Lauren, only 36, has a rare and life-threatening liver disorder known as PSC. It causes inflammation in the bile ducts.
Careful. Swallow.
Isn't that the thing? Hold on, I'm going to
Mute
Google.
it. Mute it and scream it.
No, I'm going to Google something.
Okay.
Hold on. To PSC's response administrator. Isn't that PSC? Isn't that what they said that she had? Uh-oh. PSC and we are witnessing a surge in, oh my God. I wish, you know what? I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I wish I wouldn't have Googled it. I just, look.
Google will always tell you the thing.
I wish I would not have Googled that.
Google will hold open a coffin for you.
I don't want to know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to know.
Just whipped the whole,
Hold on. Let me look up one more thing. Liver inflammation. Let me just look. The overall incidence of liver damage varies from 14.8% to 53% in I didn't want to know. God damn it.
You're getting spot on with this, just like the Jewish stuff.
I know. I need to take my noticinol tonight.
Where is that shit? Man.
I did not want this to be part of this story.
Noticinol Light would have covered this.
Oh, man. April's Giant Dump with $4.99 says, I live with Zumach. His apartment is already a toilet and smells worse than me. April likes gas station burritos, too.
No, I don't.
Sad Zumach with $5 says, my pillow is 2 Little Caesars boxes stacked together.
Oh, my God.
Guys, that is not very nice. Not very nice at all.
That means they're grease soaked. I mean, for God's sakes, man.
People are saying, save it for Rumble, save it for Rumble. I know. I'm just saying.
It isn't looking good.
I need to stop Googling shit.
This just happened to somebody your age, Aaron. How do you feel about it?
Look, I'm now at the point, well, I'm safe. I'm now at the point where you know how people get to that tipping point where they're like, I'm going to keep noticing things. Or they go, I'm just going to give the fuck up and stop reading.
But then you still notice it.
I'm really starting to get to the I'm just going to stop reading part.
Haven't you ever been in a position in your life with a certain item, let's say, that you notice it all the time and you think about it often, so you finally just say, fine, fuck it, I'm not going to think about it anymore, and you think about it more?
You're right.
You're going to be there.
You're right.
Liver disorder known as PSC. It causes inflammation in the bile ducts.
And then eventually over time.
Wait, did I removed the sorry guys, I got to put this back up for you.
They become so inflamed, they start to scar and close.
And then when you factor in going on the transplant list and getting that random phone call when she would be, sicker and sicker.
When did she go on the transplant list, and when did she start with this PSC?
That's what I was going to ask too.
Decided the time to do something about it was now. Lauren's symptoms were progressing, but not severe enough to put her towards the top of that wait list.
Which means it was relatively new.
I mean, look, Frank Gallagher went up there pretty quick if that was just alcoholism.
Their medical team telling us their case is a perfect example of why live transplant donors matter so much.
If only a tiny fraction of us were willing to be living donors, we would not have any wait for people who need a kidney or a liver.
I'll be honest. You know what? Mm-hmm. I would give you a liver or a kidney.
Of course I would too.
Yeah.
I would give check it out. If any of my immediate family, that's including you or the kids, my family or friends, needed it and that was a match, why not? Because your liver grows back and you can function with one kidney.
I'm only using one of my kidneys, I think, right?
The recovery time, only 4 to 6 weeks, and the chances of finding a live match, around 80%. You just need to be blood group compatible. DJ and Lauren were.
So it's like Cadillac parts and Chevrolet parts. They're like interchangeable. It's like we'll throw an alternator in there, you'll be fine.
For a long time. He really has always been my sweetheart, even before I knew it.
And so
Actually, I was going to divorce him before he gave me a liver, but I was like, that's a pretty baller move.
Give me that liver, you're out.
Yes. It was a threat.
But then he's like, but you're going to die, so what's it matter?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll divorce you before I die.
Get the chocolate and flowers this Valentine's Day. This family has something far more beautiful.
It is the greatest act of love that could possibly exist.
I knew my liver and survived my 20s, but
You're in pretty good shape.
What are you gonna do? I got
Family
jokes
with
on the
every
news.
reason to keep living. And
Ew,
loving.
ew.
That's like our dog.
Stop doing that.
It's like our dog every time we try to kiss.
I wish. It is weird. Like any type of affection that we show each other, whether it's a hug or a kiss, the dog gets pissed.
Oh, he goes ape shit.
And if we're on like his level, he'll try to get in and like kiss Aaron instead.
Yeah.
He always goes for you.
I got a gay dog.
You gay,
I have
bro?
Gay, incestuous dogs. Chad Zumach's probation officer says, Chad, we still have plenty of Little Caesars pizza and screen door blankets for you at the precinct. Sad Zumach says, thanks, Jay. I take every day one dick at a time. That's, you know what? He's growing.
That's how I used to live my life.
Zen Rhino says, April and
you'll
Aaron,
get to-
I need one of your kidneys each. We can sell them on the Mexican black market and make bank. Zen, if you have the, you know what? I might already have it. If you have the Mersh and Royce Tetris Turkey Earthquake bit, I need it for tomorrow's show. I ran it past Mersh. Mersh was like, you don't need to ask my permission. I don't DMCA people. I'm like, I don't know. It's just a courtesy I extend to people.
Sure.
If I like their show and I want to use something, I go, hey, do you mind if I don't want people writing to them and like, oh, Steel Toe was ripping you off. It's like, no, I have a story I want to do. And then I think playing a part of your segment would work really well with that story. And I just like to do that.
Mersh was being a fun little gentleman last night and talking about how every woman ever with a month name.
Mersh was starting a war, I'll
They're
tell you
all
that.
retards.
Mersh was trying to start a podcast war between Steel Toe and Nightwave a little bit. I think I'm actually on.
Hey, but I didn't get to finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody in the chat reminded him, like, no, Steel Toe's wife's April, and then he walked it back and said I was pretty cool.
Well, I have the clip of the original thing he said. Zen sent it to me. Little tattletale. And then I have Mersh reading a super chat that I sent him last night.
Are you okay?
As part of it. I have the hiccups a little bit. Oh, Zen clipped something. Let's check that out first. Zen clipped something from tonight's show.
Can you imagine being into pee stuff? Just pissing on yourself?
No, I don't think you piss on yourself.
Somebody else is pissing.
Somebody pisses on you.
That's gross. No matter whose piss it is.
Yeah, I don't
I like
know
watching
how
my
the piss
face.
thing works.
I would rather piss on myself and have you piss on me.
Look, you can
honestly.
There you go. April has made a stand.
We do look like a couple of cute queebs tonight.
Couple of cute.
I
queebs
think
is
my
a good
hair
way to
looks
put
great, and I like your shirt.
Where is the Planet Sex with who? Cara Delvine. All right, thank you for sending me that, Zen.
Are you sending each other porn?
I guess. So this is Mersh talking about women who have months as their last name.
Zen sent you this?
Zen sent me this, and then he sent me something else as well. Gotta take a big hit first.
Now beat it, dummy. I've never met a woman with a name like a fucking... Any woman with a fucking name that's a month, I've never met one that's brilliant. I've never met a brilliant woman named after a month. Anywho. They think that we need to, oh, thanks, just said Steel Toe is gonna be pissed. Oh, fuck, I didn't even think his wife's name was April. I'm sorry. Whatever. Look, I'm riffing. I'm throwing jokes out here. be 10 million people clipping that going, he was specifically talking about your wife. Fucking shit stirring assholes. I like April from Steel Toe.
Yes.
There we go.
I came as soon as I heard that.
So later,
So did he.
So then later that evening, I sent Mersh a $10 super chat and sent him a little message back because I can't let shit like that go unanswered. The disrespect of my wife, I can't let it go unanswered like that. So I send him this.
Yeah. Steel Tail Morning Show for $10. Thank you. Here it is. No brilliant woman named after months, eh? Well, call the banners, Mersh. Call the banners. Anyway, have a good one. Good to see Aaron. Oh, man. As soon as that slipped out of my mouth, I'm like, maybe nobody will notice. And then somebody right away was like, I'm telling. I'm like, God damn it.
He's such
We
a
love
little
Steel
cutie.
Tail. I love you, April. Not,
Damn.
the way, the Z-Man was trying to imply, but very.
I don't.
That's all.
He means it with respect.
I don't like that I'm connected to Z-Man wherever I go now.
Oh,
I didn't ask for this.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Mersh.
So whatever war people were trying to get going,
conjure up.
Whatever war they were trying to conjure up, it did not happen. We were able to avoid conflict. Raz of Chaz says, shots fired. No, Z-Man, you mean Tom Zenk? Yeah, we're feuding with Tom Zenk.
Of course.
Actually. Puzz You Feech says, y'all know Mersh caters to pedos, right? His Discord is pedo friendly. I'm sure it is. I'm sure Mersh is just into pedos all the time. I'm sure that's Mersh's biggest thing is he's just like, you know what I'm about? Pedophilia. I'm sure he's made it this far in streaming and everything else, and he just loves pedophilia. It's his go-to. God, I fucking love people on the internet.
I typically tend to treat people however I've noticed them being and then treating me.
Yeah.
I've not seen a single thing pedo-friendly out of
I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to go out on a limb tonight. You ready? People say sometimes I don't take risks in this business. I'm going to take a risk right now. Mike Sheely, a.k.a. Mersh, not a pedophile.
I'd buy that.
I say things that other people are afraid to say. Like Mersh isn't a pedophile. There. Quote me. Brian says, is it true about Royce? I don't know if I was being trolled about the rehab. No. He's not.
Rehab?
I think the Daywave people got it going that Royce has a drinking problem and he's going to rehab.
Well, maybe you should donate your liver to him.
Yeah. I don't. TJ Shaver says, I love you guys, but ROTC is gay. You don't have to like every show I like. You don't have to like all the people we like. You guys are allowed to hate whoever the fuck you want. I'm sure there's people watching Nightwave right now who are like, Steel Toe's fucking gay. I hate that guy. It's okay. We all get to have our own opinions. Isn't that wonderful? You get to like who you like. We get to like who we like, and we can all enjoy our shows together. It's pretty fun. Matt says it was Mersh on yesterday's ROTC. Oh, saying that Royce was an alcoholic and he was going to rehab.
Oh, my goodness.
That is funny.
Well, you did call him a dirty Puerto Rican, too. It kind of goes with the territory.
Only when I get defensive do I call him a dirty Puerto Rican. ROTC is the shit. That's what brought me here. I love you both. Well, thank you, Kyle. That's very nice. Yeah, I don't expect everybody to hate who I hate or like who I like. It's everybody gets to have their own taste. This is not one of those gay shows where like, you're either with us or against us. Shit, you see our chat. You don't even have to like us to watch our show.
Can you imagine if we were all the same? Be a very boring existence.
It'd be terrible. Resen Rhino says Royce is going on vacation, but they're making it out that he's an alcoholic who's going to rehab.
So the next time Aaron and I go to Vegas, we're clearly gambling addicts too.
Yes. My feelings are hurt. I didn't know Royce was going on vacation. I didn't get one call to guest host Revenge of the Sis. Well, apparently I'm not where I thought I was. Fuck me to death. I'm just kidding. Upset Duck says, are you going to Compound Media and can there be two competing morning shows? No. Our morning show and evening show. All right, you know what? I had fun with the rumor and everything. I can now put it to bed. I'm sorry, guys. The morning show and evening show are not going to Compound Media. There. Steel Toe morning show, Steel Toe evening show is not going to Compound Media. I'm sorry.
We're not going anywhere.
I wanted to play along for a little bit and give you a little something. The Steel Toe morning show and the Steel Toe evening show not going to we are going to broadcast both of those shows here on YouTube for the foreseeable future. Sorry, guys.
What about Steel Toe OnlyFans, though?
Well, look, I'm not. Look,
we can have different like pages on it.
Mine's. I've
Johnny
said,
gets his own page. Corey.
I have said numerous times now. Only feet.
So.
Only feet.
Let's do some feet stuff.
All right. Oh man. Yeah. So the Steel Toe morning show, Steel Toe evening show. People are saying, "Oh, you guys are your show's going to Compound." It's not going to Compound. I wanted to play along. I really did, but it's just too many people got too excited. 6 to 10 a.m., we'll be here on YouTube. Monday through Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m., we'll be here on YouTube, not Compound Media. Somebody said Anthony's coming to Steel Toe.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got those deep of pockets. I don't know if you guys would believe that even if we told you. Thank you very much to Hulkamasha Baby says, I mean, you have heard April say chicken and motorcycle. Was he that far off? Nubu Goof and April, love you.
Yeah, I bet.
There you go. He's look, it's just people are they're trying.
I say chiggin endearingly, okay? It's chiggin and piggles.
Erock says Anthony hates the cold. No way. Yeah, I don't think
Dude, I hate the cold.
I don't think he's coming here.
This state would be ideal if we could just do spring, summer, fall repeat, in my opinion.
I'm just looking to see who we want to go to before our next. We're good. Steel Toe afternoon show on Compound. Who needs time? But yes, well, that's what we're gonna do. Every day we're gonna do We're gonna do 3 shows a day. Darren says, I actually came here thinking this was a Compound show. Chrissy and Kumia are how I found you guys.
Oh,
hey,
that's fun.
I love that, we go on other people's shows and, they come on our shows and we all share. And that's the whole fun of this game, man. That's what makes it better than radio. You get to meet new fun people. In radio, you have to hate everybody.
And you're tapped out.
Yeah, it sucks. All right, let's do this story, and then I think we're going to run out of time after this one. Thank you guys, first of all, very much. You guys are already $30 into tomorrow.
Thank you.
Which is very, very cool. Corey and I have a lot of news and stuff like that to talk about. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun as well. There was this really sad Chelsea Handler thing that went out today. She thought it was great, but it is like one of the most depressing things ever.
Okay.
Corey and I are going to talk about that tomorrow. Chelsea Handler made a thing. Whether you want to have kids or you don't want to have kids doesn't really matter to most people. It's like, hey, cool, that's what you want to do. But some people you can tell are really uncomfortable with the fact that they've had kids or they haven't had kids, and they without anybody saying anything, have to brag about it. Like they're like,
it's like you enter the room and you have to address it.
I have 5 children and I'm very valuable as a mom. And it's like, okay, you're questioning that because none of us were saying that. Or in Chelsea Handler's case, not having kids is totally fucking cool and I'm a badass. She made a video called A Day in the Life of a Woman Without Kids to talk about how fucking great it is and wonderful. And you're like, bitch, do you not understand what you're doing?
I think there's a lot more women out there right now that are starting to do that because their parents' generation and stuff looks down on them for not having kids.
Yeah. Or they're just insecure that they didn't and they think people are judging them even though nobody's said that. And somebody
somewhere did judge them and now they just carry that with them.
Yeah, people are saying project much. Yeah, Chelsea Handler was clearly projecting some weird insecurity that she has and bragging about your life when you're Chelsea Handler is not something you do because you're really secure. But then playing up the I don't have kids card also, it's like who are you trying to convince, me or you? Because I don't care one way or the other.
Most people don't care.
Yeah, if you had 3 kids or no kids, I don't really give a shit. But we'll play it on tomorrow's show. It is really bad. Shouting at clouds says cat ladies rama cat. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think the only situation where it matters 100% to make sure people know you have kids from the word go is a situation when we got together. I obviously knew your life already, but you're I've got 3 kids, so if you're not cool with that, then get out of here.
I actually hid them from her until we got married.
If you're gonna date somebody with kids, that should probably get addressed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But that's really it.
So we're gonna play that one tomorrow. it should be a lot of fun. It would suck to be her kid anyway, says Upset Duck. Yeah, I think it's a win-win for the kid and Chelsea Handler.
Most likely.
To be honest. She probably aborted a few, though. Right?
Jesus Christ.
Right? I bet you if I
mean,
Googled
I'm
Chelsea...
not against or for abortion. I'm kind of just... But
I'm willing,
wow, that's kind of a weird
I'm
statement.
willing to bet a heavy amount of money. Not only has Chelsea Handler killed a kid in utero, but she's bragged about it publicly. Hold on.
And that's your opinion, right?
That's my opinion.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at this. June 29th, 2022. Chelsea Handler claims her 3 abortions led school Hall of Fame to shun her. What did I
Look,
say?
if you're right, you're right.
47-year-old comedian. God, she's got...
I've only had 7, but I don't like to talk about it. I've got frequent flyers.
When Andrew Tate says women should have their body counts attached to their head, she goes, "Oh, do you mean the men I've fucked or the babies I've killed? Like, which body count do you need? I can put like a dash in between the two. I can look at someone and I can just tell by the way they carry themselves that
they've had abortions.
They've killed a kid.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, if I walked into a room just you didn't know anything about me, would you have thought that?
Nope. Because you look kind of like, you're small town. You ain't having any abortions. You're having kids and then giving them up more than anything.
Teen pregnancy, typically, actually.
Name me a celebrity. I'll tell you.
Jennifer Lawrence.
No, has never had an abortion. Here, at least has never publicly said that she's had an abortion. I don't think so. Almost had an abortion in her 20s. See, didn't do it. All right, who else?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, no abortions.
I don't
At least
think so either.
not publicly. Abortion. Asked whether or not she'll have... Jesus Christ.
Okay, Avril
Somebody
Lavigne.
actually asked her if she was going to have a... Jesus Christ.
Avril Lavigne.
Nope, no abortion for Avril
Really?
Lavigne. Yeah, she had Chad Kroger's kids, right? Did they have kids?
Really?
Yeah, she didn't have no abortion for her.
She was with Chad Kroger? What did I miss?
She was married to Chad Kroger for a while.
I actually missed that somehow. I followed both of them for quite a time.
Who was Avril Lavigne's baby daddy? But Avril Lavigne was sporting what appeared to be a baby bump. Blah, 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 blah. The singer was enjoying the romantic French city with her new fiance, Chad Kroger. That was back in 2012. Does Avril Lavigne have family? Maybe she doesn't have kids.
How about Lizzo?
Lizzo is an abortion. Lizzo isn't, she isn't the record holder. She's the record.
You don't think she's had any?
No. And again, this is only about admitting it publicly. So abortion. It just comes up with her albums. Yeah, she isn't.
Okay.
She promotes
Joy
abortion
Behar.
rights. Joy Behar,
for sure.
No, because she came up in a day where you didn't have abortions. She's 80, by the way. Had ectopic pregnancy in 1979 and almost died. That doesn't count.
That's grandma shit. My grandma had one of those.
That's
then you just kind of ice cream scoop the entire works out of there and you're done having kids now.
Sad Zumach says, my hemorrhoids have herpes for $5. That's too bad. We're learning a lot of heartbreaking things about Sad Zumach
It's kind of
tonight.
gross.
That's too bad, buddy. I'm sorry. You know what? Let's do this cheerleaders. Oh, God, we have 3 minutes
We have
left.
3 minutes. Get after it.
Get after the cheerleader story?
Yeah.
All right, speaking of abortions, cheerleaders, they probably lead the league in
Well, a
abortions.
thrilling overtime game between Mississippi Valley State and Alabama A&M was overshadowed on Saturday by a cheerleader who managed to get herself ejected.
First of all,
That hair, though.
this guy's going to be great in that new Flash movie. Second of all, very rarely does a cheerleader get kicked out of a basketball game. I need to know why.
Being too slutty.
By the way, I have to make an admission before the show's over.
You shit your pants. You're sick?
A tonsil stone came up, and then it went back down.
You know what? I knew that was coming, too, because when you walked into the bathroom earlier to shower, you started talking, and I could, smell your breath, but you weren't even, next to me.
It was tonsil stone breath. You can always tell when one's cooking.
We have hot Valentine's Days here.
Yes, very sexy Valentine's Days.
All went down in the second overtime. You see the cheerleader and an Alabama A&M player make what looks like incidental contact on the inbound. The next
She almost kicked him in the dick, and she's going to get all bitchy about it?
Okay, that's funny.
time down the court, you see the cheerleader
Now
make
watch
very
this.
intentional contact with the same player before the camera cuts away. Then security comes in and escorts her out of the stadium. Guys, this is certainly a new one for me. And look at this guy. Security guy can't really believe.
She's like, the fucking cheerleader went hood rat on the player when
I've
she almost kicked him in the dick.
got 30 jokes I can't say right now.
Oh, yeah? What
all attitude related.
They all start with
N. Reason.
Well, a thrilling overtime game between Mississippi Valley State and Alabama
I gotta watch
A&M
her
was
kick him in the dick.
overshadowed on Saturday by a cheerleader who managed to get herself ejected. It all went down in the second overtime. You see the cheerleader and an Alabama A&M player make what looks like incidental contact on the inbound.
She kicked him in the nuts.
Next time down the court, you see the cheerleader make very intentional contact with the same player before the camera cut.
That more looks like she was trying to fuck than she was trying to confront. Like maybe she was trying to get a little hate fuck going.
It's either that or she went over to him like, you got in my way. You know, like I can't say the things I want to say right now.
Earl Skakel with
Get
the
out of
most
here.
Earl Skakel with the most disgusting line of the night so far. I'd smash Behar. That's troubling. Jedi Shredder with $4.99 says Chad Zumach had an abortion. It was his career.
So that's just a daily vacuum.
Now that's very hurtful. Chad took a real beating tonight. That's too bad. I don't like that kind of talk, guys. I like unity and stuff.
All of his seeds actually hide in the corner of his ball sack, just afraid to be exposed.
Damn it. All right. Let's get out of here. What do you say?
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Fun night. Great show. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to get out of here. What?
My shirt came undone while the video was
your tits
up.
came out? You don't bring attention to it.
The whole video was up, so I didn't know that it happened.
Oh, boy. Well, I tell you what, guys. Thank you very much for watching this evening. It was a great time. April, thank you as well.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
The two fattest guys in the company, Corey and I, will be on tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central. Be sure to join us, and we will talk to you then. Take it